everyone. Too many people to get into to say hello to everyone, but let me say hi to the ones I see. Bonnie, Sissy, Sly Angel, East Coast Beauty, Crystal, A Dizzle, Rock Jam, Bushi, Teeny, Ambi, Jessie Lynn, Lacey, Red Dragon, Crystal, Kendra, 50 Shades, Navy Vet, Camille, Miss Chardonnay, Autistic, 50 Shades, I think I got you already, Denise, Squirrel, Decibel, that made me crack up, Red Dragon, Sissy, Love Scorpio, Bushi, Sheba Mom, Lily, Just a Good Old Girl, McKenna in the house, Jilly Bean, Camille, Miss Chardonnay, Cool Gamer, Bonnie in the house, Gia. You're welcome, Gia. Isn't a peach nectar awesome? I like the peach nectar. Jason's finally back. Debbie, my love. Jesse, fresh start. I wanted to highlight that. I don't know if I could still see it in StreamYard, but I thought that was a great comment. Let me go back up. Shit, it's gone in here. Oh no, there it is. All right. What's up, Kaz? Jesse's mom. I think I got everyone actually. I'm doing good. All right. So I am waiting for Marissa. And how this even came about is she called me earlier because I guess Queen Bee was talking about me and was talking about Marissa. Hey, Charlie. Thank you, guys. Was talking about me and Marissa. I did not listen to it yet. I only heard like 5 seconds of stuff they were saying about me. I didn't hear anything yet that they were saying about Marissa. So, but she was like giving me an earful. I'm like, dude, you're talking to the wrong choir. She's like, if I still had a platform, blah, blah, you know how Marissa gets. So I said, well, why don't you save your energy and come over to my panel tonight and we could talk about it. She said, okay, what time? So that's how tonight came to be. Again, I haven't heard what was said. There was only one thing that I did say that I did hear that I was like, whoa, just whoa. Thank you, Squirrel. And I was pissed because it's a blatant lie. She totally lied. And after that, I didn't want to hear anymore. So I don't know what else was said, but we're going to hear about it tonight. Drop link. All right, hold on. All right, nobody take this link. It's from Marissa, and I don't want to give away Marissa's name. What? All right. I don't know, but I couldn't believe she lied, and she really lied. So while I was going through the video, I was trying to pull up the exact segment that she was talking about me so I can respond. However, I came across the Pascal stuff first, which I think is important, and I really kind of wanted to hear the rest. So I told Marissa that if you didn't want to, hear the Pascal stuff, I would be happy to, just hold off. So what happened was Pascal, who's a pretty big channel, I mean, I think he's like 150,000 subs. He lost monetization. And it seems that he lost monetization, from what I gather, over like the dumbest thing. Why did she just go live on Kick? I think she thinks I'm streaming on Kick. Loser. Hold on. dropped it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Oh. Jesus Christ. Yo. What's
Yeah, I just got back from the tanning salon and the gym, so I'm a little not refreshed right now.
Okay, it's summertime. Why are you going to the tanning salon?
Because I don't like lines.
Because why?
I don't like lines.
So?
I don't like tan lines, so I'd rather pay to get an artificial tan.
But there's still nothing like the real thing.
That's
true. Like beach.
That is true. It's okay. So anyway, we have a rare appearance from Adrien right next to me.
All right. What's up, Adrien?
Hi.
How's those wax melts?
How's the wax melts? He loves them. He loves them. Actually, the whole house smelled kind of like strawberry today with the wax melts.
Okay.
Something
That's
like
not a bad thing.
a bunch of strawberries in my house. It was like a strawberry shortcake smell. It was nice. It was nice.
I gave you food sense this time. That's why.
I got like a strawberry feel.
And you like the key lime pie?
Oh, that key lime pie. I haven't done it yet, but when I opened it, I had a good day because sometimes I can't smell anything, and other times I really can. So when you sent me that box yesterday, I was actually able to smell the scents for the first time.
Okay. Now I have another question before we get to Adrien.
Okay.
With my wax melts, how long does one package normally last? Since Adrien is the one that burns them.
He puts them on warmer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he likes, because when he used to set any candle, not just yours, or Joe Malone too, he would have to open up the window. How long do you think her wax?
Well, it's hard to say because that's actually not exactly what I do.
What exactly do you do?
What I like to do is I like to take a container and then use the candle, and then take another candle and reuse the container so that I'm not wasting the container.
But that's what you're putting her wax melts into. She's saying, how long does one of her wax do you think lasts?
Probably a week.
A week?
But I guess it depends how long you have it on for.
Are you putting them on every single day when you're in your office? Yeah, so you said.
Okay, because our obsessed stalker said it doesn't matter if you buy a wax melt from Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works or from somewhere else, they only last a day. I was like, I don't know what wax melts you're using, but no, mine don't last a day. One pack should last a week. Like, you may use one square a day, but it'll burn your house, not burn your house. It'll burn throughout your house for the entire week. So like 6 days. So maybe you're just getting shitty wax melts.
I think that I think that girl should tend to her own life and her child and just take care of herself instead of wondering what's going on in my house and yours, your pockets and mine. I think 6 years has been enough.
I agree.
It's going on 6 years. It's getting a little crazy with that particular girl.
She even showed my son's X-ray.
Because obviously your family doesn't cut it for you.
I agree. Like, why is she showing my son's x-ray? Why is it your business to show Dayton's fucking x-ray? Like, I'll get into that after. We'll get into all that after. But I was just like, whoa. Just whoa. But my wax second woman, they last forever. Thank you, Gravy K. All right. So I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted that popped up when you said Adrien was sitting there because I know he gets all my wax melts.
Well, the reason I asked Adrien to come on over here was because I know a lot of people have questions about Unirock and the whole thing with
JLR.
JLR. So I guess Adrien is going to explain perspective and how, if and how people are trying to find out, lying about being a veteran. What I have to say about that is I personally myself have been married to a veteran for 20 years. I've never seen a man, much less a veteran, conduct himself the way he does. That's why it's so questionable. So instead of pushing all this person's trying to dig into my life, because of the way he conducts himself, that makes it questionable. I've never seen Adrien or any uncles or cousins, friends act the way that he does. I mean, he honestly acts like a little bitch. He acts like a little girl who wants to fight and argue with other girls that are teenagers, and simply. And there's tons of people that are watching you. And I want to say, wow, you have over 20,000 real subscribers. Congratulations, Laura. Real subscribers. Look at that.
Hard.
Work. All you have to do is work, and you'll move up. All you have to do is be honest, and you'll move up.
I agree. No, talking about Uni, not Dolly.
Yeah. So with questioning his, people saying that they're trying to look into seeing if he is stolen valor, if he's lying. The way that he acts says it all. I can say that's it for me. It seals the deal for me. But Adrien will tell you right now that you would need his social security number.
All right, I just want to tell you, your sound keeps cutting in and out. I don't know if it's because you also have Restream running, but it sounds terrible.
I don't have Restream. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can. Keep talking. We'll see.
Is it better? Because
I don't know yet.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't have anything open right now. Okay, so the way that he goes after LB, the monstrosity that he had made with trying to make a huge story of nothing. I truly, with my best heart of hearts, I tried to help Marvon McCrae's mother. And in turn, because somebody who that joy got to stick up her ass because simply the family did not like her. If I found out that a family did not like me, I probably just wouldn't engage with him. Would I try to keep going with the story? No. Cash Gernon's grandmother doesn't like me. So why am I going to keep engaging? I pull her out every time she wants to say, Molly Golightly did this. We've already went through everything that she said never happened. Just like with Unirock. Unirock went pretty hard against this poor lady and really put himself on the map by saying I was a scam artist.
Hold on. Is your microphone on?
Social media.
Hold on. Everyone's saying it sounds like your microphone is on.
And people have to learn that on social media, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up getting knocks on your door that you're not going to enjoy. How is it worth it to make $13 on a video? It's not worth it. People need to learn to mind their own business.
I agree.
So
I definitely agree with that.
What if they wanted to find out, I mean, you've heard this clown one time and you've already given your opinion. What was your opinion of him?
To be honest with you, I don't remember anything about him. It wasn't even really worth remembering.
The onion sandwich.
I know who he is. I know who he is.
Okay.
I know who he is. I don't think much. I don't really think much of him. I mean,
I'm not on Kick. I'm not on Kick at all. It's just me. I'm not on Kick. So Adrien says that you need to.
One, I'm not even sure that you could get someone's DD-214 with a FOIA request. I'm not really even sure that would work, but assuming it would, obviously need a social.
Yeah, so I would say instead of beating that dead horse to death, I say actions speak louder than words. He's already showed you that he's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can be a piece of shit after serving in the military. He could have possibly went to boot camp.
Yeah, he could have gone to basic training. There are lots of people who go to basic training and don't finish for whatever reason.
Yeah, but Adrien, nobody can get a DD-214 on someone. Like, I can't call up and say, I want Adrien Szynski's DD-214. That's like impossible, right?
To be honest with you, I don't know. Let me ask someone that does know.
So while he looks on that, I will say that with today, I also did not watch this Queen person. I don't watch her videos. I heard her speak once, and it was unbelievable. I mean, it was just unbelievable. I saw the screenshot. It says Molly runs her mouth. Yesterday, I was speaking on Kick. I was speaking about her. And I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to pan out for you. She is going to end up just like Diane.
Come closer to your microphone. Maybe that's what it is, because it's like echoing a little.
You want to unplug that black. Tell me if this sounds a little better. Does this sound better?
Yeah.
Because now I don't have a plug. All right. Yeah.
Speak.
You know what, Just James, I don't know why anybody would watch those clowns either. They've been caught multiple times in lies. I have been 100% honest from the get-go. So on YouTube, I told other people, don't lie. Once they catch you lying, you're gonna start really feeling it. And a lot of people make fools out of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Where they keep lying and they keep lying and they think that everyone is stupid. And now I've had Patreons this a lot. These people do think that you are stupid. And some people continuously now want to, are these fights real or are they fake? I've never participated in a fake fight. That's never happened. But my problem with this Queen Bee, and I'm not even going to say that I'm worried about it because I don't think she's going to last very long. I just don't. And it's not because I'm going to take her down. I'm not going to take anyone down. I said to Justin 2 or 3 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I said, look at that. Our plan has worked. And we didn't even, me and Justin already knew that Uni Rock was going to self-sabotage himself because he was such a liar.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't realize that what he stepped into is receipts or it didn't happen kind of audience. And that's what we used to do. That's what our community used to do for all of the criminals with all these long rap sheets came here. Because I've been sitting here for a couple of weeks. And when we had Diane and we had Wendy and Randy, I have to say, some people thought that they were the worst people in the world. I'm going to say, hell no. They were not the worst people in the world.
Human here, do you want the answer?
Did you get an answer?
You can request someone's DD-214 through a FOIA request, but it's very long, very complicated.
Long and complicated. Okay. Yeah. And this person would have
one, so like I could call up and say that I want yours.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, can I call up and say that I want yours?
You can't call up. You have to submit like a long. It's a long and complicated process.
Okay. So if anyone was ever questioning my husband, did his DD-214 show that he got out of the military honorably discharged? Of course. If he didn't, he would have a tough life, you know, trying to make money and be in the corporate world of finance. Yeah. So, I mean, that's neither there. No one would bother looking for him. But you got this clown over there, going back to Unirock, you got this clown over there that has no substance. He's just the big mouth. That's all he is. And he just wants to say very slanderous, very liable things. He can get sued. Trust me, he can be sued. He can easily be sued and he could easily have his wages garnished. My husband
you have to have wages. So
well, he makes a little bit of money, but now everybody's coming after him. And I said to Justin, because Justin said to me when I was in Chicago, he said, "Dan, they're eating Unirock alive." And I responded, and what I said was, "See, our plan worked. We had no plan. It's all sabotage." Everyone, you've been a witness, everyone that's tried to come at me and attack, right? It actually backfired on them because they can't keep a straight story, nor can they keep a straight face. It's all bullshit. So with him, I'm just telling everyone, anyone who watches, look at his body language. Look at his lifestyle. Look at the way he talks about everyone. Look at the way he picks on LA. Look at what he did to Letitia Bias. No matter how much proof she showed, nothing was enough.
Now, I don't know that much about it. I literally haven't followed much about Uni because I don't care.
And I'm addressing you right here because you gave me an opportunity to kind of address everyone. And the people that are asking me about this particular stuff have little tiny channels. And since you have 20,000 plus real subs, I was like, oh my God, she's got like real. Wow. I'm not used to that. Lately, it's, hey, let's buy our own popularity. What is that? And what that is terms of service.
Okay, hold on. Someone just sent me a text that says, you will need written consent from the veteran or their next of kin to access their full records.
I personally will not even try to access the full record.
You're going through the National Personnel Center, that's correct.
Okay, so going through the National Personnel Center is correct, Adrien said. That's what he just said.
We're talking about a FOIA request.
A FOIA request, yes. Okay, so that's what you put the FOIA through instead of like, all right. Okay. So whoever's doing that, whoever's digging into that, I guess that is your answer. I guess that's your answer. But just remember, look at the way he carries himself. Look at the way he speaks. It's ridiculous. That's not a man. And he does have 2 children that he does not pay for. And I know that Laura is insanely against deadbeat dads. He's got 2 of them. This poor girl has 2 children, and he fights her. Fights. And they're still little. That's not a man. And anyone that supports that or thinks that that's cool, there's something wrong with you.
I agree.
it brings me back to the Queen Bee bullshit. Are you watching what this woman, whatever she is, I don't know what she's growing down there under there. Listen, what she is doing has always been against everything that we have always stood for in our community.
What do you mean?
I thought that we were supposed to support victims. I never thought that I would ever see a good day where everyone would be okay with seeing whether, if you like Andra, Jonathan, me or not, we were still, all of us, we were still in Georgia giving that baby Quentin Simon a voice because he was not being heard. And that woman, that grandmother was getting treatment, and that girl was close to getting away with what she did to that baby. And then you're going to tell me that some lunatic person with a rap sheet from here to China is going to come on and send junkies and crackheads to film us.
All right, let me just straighten this out, though. She didn't send anyone there. That I know for a fact. Because Aileen called me and wanted me to go. Now, not to Florida. I'm talking the original down to Savannah. She did do that on her own. That was all Aileen. I know there's been a lot of rumors that Queen Bee, Savage, they all sent her.
So she reports back to the Queen Bee person.
Back to them, yes.
Thinking that that's okay. I truly pray that this Queen Bee does not have a child of her own and never does. Because that right there is scary in itself. You don't do shit like that. You shouldn't support stuff like that. And to be honest with you, looking at the chat and addressing YouTube in the filth that it's in right now, I had a Patreon I spoke to today who said she feels like she is in a puddle of mud with all of these things that she doesn't even want to go back to YouTube. I said, exactly. So what is my incentive to really come back? What am I coming back to?
Hate, a bunch of bullshit, worrying if you're going to get demonetized, making one false move and you're going to have people talking about it. Show your x-ray, your son's x-ray, and it's going to end up on someone else's channel. Let's not forget Barnyard, who is fucking out of her mind. This goes on. It's not fun anymore. It's just
if you're listening to this, you can't even be loyal to your husband. You're not loyal to any friends on YouTube. Cut it out. Cut it out. You're a pig. We saw the pig. You're disgusting. Let's move on. So back to Queen Bee. Queen Bee, I was shown, it takes up collections for Summer's grandmother.
Yeah, she's friends with the grandmother.
Why? Why would you do that? What happened to you in your life that makes you that sorry? She was the last person, she's one of the two last people to see that baby alive. But no, we keep going like this to Don Wells. Don Wells was not the last person to be with this child. It was Candace and Grandma.
Yep.
Now you want that's what happened for me. But you think that our subs are just gonna willingly give her money? No. How about some answers? If you're gonna get that close, and I have the same beef with this is the same beef that I have with Dolly Vision and that little God, what's his the guy coming down the what's his name? Benny Keys. How are you and Cam and Allie? How are you that close inside their homes? How are you this fucking close to these people? And you don't get real freaking answers. You know what? Shame on you. You should want to know what happened to that little baby. because YouTube has been spun up and down. YouTube being the last effort for this little girl. We're all Summer Wells has in the world. The media wants nothing to do with it anymore. Whatever in that area, they don't care about Summer Wells anymore. The only people that care about Summer Wells is the YouTube community. And so people are going to try and befriend them for the wrong reasons. Yeah, these people are heroes. These people are wonderful. No, they are not. They are sick. They are demented. They have all had more than questionable pasts. Child abuse. The level of child abuse that we don't even know about goes beyond anything that our mom could ever imagine. We don't know those little boys lived through. And that for me is like the most disappointing thing. And you let this whole community get overrun by people who find slime and scum like that to be heroes. And for the little baby, everything all of us have ever done for her, it was in vain. It was for nothing. What, it was for entertainment? She's entertained.
You don't think raising money for Candace and Grandma is the right thing to do?
Absolutely not. They're never going to tell. They're never going to tell. They're never going to tell. They've already gotten away with it. I've already said this. I said this a year ago. These people have already gotten away with it. And if you did get close to them, you should have, listen, what's his name? Betty somehow fell into her vagina. How did you not get her talking? Candace is not a smart person.
I agree.
You better believe that if I had to walk into that Roach Hotel, I would have came back with something. Hopefully not a disease, but I would have came back with something. Because I didn't go down there to just make videos. I truly wanted to see what these people were hiding. I wanted to see how consistent their story could possibly line up. So you're going to take the fact-finding mission of what JLR and Andrea did and what I did, and you're going to take it, crumble it to pieces because you don't like us. Why? Because we got a lot of attention? That's really all it really was, is we were getting more attention. But we were all scaring Don. We had him on our radar. We were getting close. And for the people that did get close and you walked out of there with nothing, shame on you. And now, and Laura, would you ever give a dime to this woman?
No.
Would you give her a candle?
No.
Because
I would at one point, but, and let me just state, I don't totally believe that they're guilty, but they're guilty of other things that it reminds me of Making a Murderer. I had Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey's back from day one. Provable. It's what made me start my channel. At no point did I ever have any desire to go there. At no point did I ever have any desire to have a conversation with Stephen Avery or Brendan Dassey or anybody in their family. So I can believe that Candace and Don may not be guilty without ever contacting any of them. That's the best way I can say it. I don't, just because I believe that they are, may not be guilty of killing her or doing something to her, they're definitely guilty of neglect. They're guilty of child abuse. They're guilty. I mean, there's a lot of things they are guilty of. I just say.
We know the history. We know that Candace Bly pulled out a shotgun when CPS came to our house in Wisconsin or some shit like that. John told me. That's not a good person. Okay?
I agree.
But to give birth to a baby and CPS is there and snatches it right from you as you give birth, yeah, that's the state telling you you're a piece of shit. She was banned from Walmart. Every single Walmart in the United States. Okay?
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She was in the Walmart in Kingsport, and she wanted help with a cell phone or something, and she was carrying on and going to blow the place up or something, and they banned her. So she's not allowed to go to Walmart. That's why she used to send Benny to go get the cameras and go get whatever that was needed.
I didn't know
about Benny. We thought Benny was the most horrible person. I'm telling you now, the way you're looking, how muddy it is.
He's pretty gross.
It's pretty disgusting. Yeah. Do you see it getting worse? Do you see it? Do you see it getting worse? Because sometimes they say, you know what, you can. It's so we're so low that we can only go up. I wish I could be that optimistic. I don't believe so.
Can you imagine what it would take to get banned from every Walmart? I know, right? It's crazy.
Hey, some people think, hey, let me become friends with Candace. That sounds like a great idea. No, it's not. And it wasn't a good idea for me to talk. It wasn't a good idea to talk to Don Wells without recorded. That's why they recorded me. I don't feel safe around those people. And guess what? Everybody wanted someone to confront Don and Candace. I did. Let me tell you something. Andrea and John, they pussed out. The rest of them, they all pussed out. I was right up in their friggin' faces because that was my only opportunity. Because if I'm not going to get answers from you, I am going to shake you and you should. Then those police officers were pretty great that someone was saying something. Because they can't.
I don't want, let's not get too sidetracked with Summer Wells though. Let's go back to the other stuff. And while I have you here, I want some opinions. What is your opinion on, and I know she's your friend, I'll say that lightly, but what do you think about the Betty stuff and them constantly going after Betty's looks and Betty's lies and Betty this and Betty that and JLR stuff?
They're trying to get rid of
JLR and going after Dolly.
Their big plan to get rid of tragedy pimps. Well, if you do tragedy pimps, who are you going to talk about? Are you sure? Because I know I've heard of quite a few people in the pocket. I've hit quite a few people in the pocket.
But what I'm saying is, I hear people going after Betty every day. I hear people going after JLR every day. I hear people going after Dolly every day. And let alone who sits back? Mallory. Make it make sense.
Well,
Mallory, the biggest e-beggar anyone on YouTube has ever seen.
I think that no one
says a word.
Laura, I don't think anyone truly cares about Mallory. I think everybody knows she's a joke, a liar, a fake, a phony. And the thing is the drama community has been telling us that for years. No one ever took her seriously. And she's been around for a long time. I was the only person to ever give her any sort of relevance. And her true colors showed when she was right outside of Quentin Simon. She was going like this, and she stayed for a whole 45 minutes and then spent the rest of the time to go cadoodle around town. Mm-hmm. It was, Dolly was right about one thing. She did show up for a, I mean, I'll tell you something else. You probably when I asked her for her bio to submit for that reality show that those producers wanted, do you want to know what it said? It said she tried to tell me that she's a professional singer, a professional dancer, and a professional actor.
Mallory?
Yes.
Really?
And an avid animal lover. I put that in. I kept the comedian and the animal lover in. I just wasn't buying the singing, the dancing, and the actor. I knew you were gonna say I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Exactly. The thing is she's a liar, and we're watching her channel die to the point where she's buying subs. She is pathetic. She's lucky if she can get 100 people in there. Whatever. Nobody cares about her. Listen,
that's she's watching other channels do it and think it's okay. That's why she's watching other channels grow with fake likes and fake views, and she's like, well, I want a piece of that, so let me do that. That's how I see it.
But all she's accomplished is she just begs and begs, and she is in fact a criminal who lied to her audience all these years. And I'm glad that I exposed what she is.
That's crazy. And speaking of, what do you think about the stuff with Dolly?
I just only know about the soaps. Is there more?
Soapgate.
I'm at this point. How can I be shocked? How can I be shocked at this point? I sent the money for soaps. I never got the soaps. He said he was going to give me my $50 back. He never did.
You never got soaps?
He never sent them. Never sent them. Nor did he send. Nor did he give me $50 back either. No, he's a fraud. And just remember, when he got arrested, I was the first one to try and get him out.
See, but
he's not my responsibility. He's not my friend.
Lisa, I can show that I'm actually making soap, but that's not the one I send out. That's what people are saying he's doing. My biggest issue, though, I don't give it. No, whistle down. I don't give a shit if he makes it or not. I mean, I'm not buying it, but lots of companies do that. Lots of companies are drop shippers or even candle companies. Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't make her own candle, but it's her name. It's her candle. She's not making them, though. She has someone else making them, and then she puts her logo on it. My biggest issue is, why is it anybody else's business? That's what the DC has now turned to. The DC has now turned to, let me call out everybody for everything. Let me be the YouTube police and make sure that I call out Dolly, I call out this one, I call out that one, let's call out Molly, let's call out Betty, blah, 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 blah. When the fuck did the DC come to this? That's what I want to know. Why is DC now? Let's call this one out. Let's call that one out.
When they turned on Diane, it seemed like back then Diane and Randy and Wendy were around, that there was someone to always answer to, and it kind of kept us on our feet. And then once her own people turned against her, that's when the criminals. I mean, just remember, I have to take the. I'm gonna own what I have to own and say that, like, when I took the initiative to go down to Tennessee and Florida and confront these people that are not the kind of people that you want to, that you would never talk to in life, you're going to attract a low-class people. You're just going to. And my channel, my subs have always been like a better class of people. And they just always have. I never did the low lifes with me. I've had them try, and they just don't last. And I just kind of ignore them. I mean, that's what happened with Aileen. When I talked to her the first time, and she said, bring me to Don and Candace's house because I'm about to fuck them up. I'm about to fuck them up. I was like, we don't do that. That's not like what this is about. We don't go to people's house to fuck them up. That's what she said. Can I prove it? No, because I don't record my conversations with people. But that is what she said. And I think that, Laura, I mean, it's up to me if I want to come back to YouTube. But as far as incentive, wasn't making money on true crime, and true crime does affect me emotionally. I know you. How am I going to involve emotionally? And she's too sensitive. But you're right. My mother totally agrees with that. My mom didn't think that it was very healthy for me. And my husband,
like Cork's candle.
I if you didn't see it, Laura did this amazing candle of me and my mom. At my mom's house, my stepfather, when you come in,
back. You forgot to show the back.
A shrine. It looks like a shrine. It's. I have an angel. I call her mom. It's sweet. It was very sweet. Thank you, Court. This was very, very nice. And it's funny how you quoted me.
Of course.
Mom, I freaking miss you. So I think that when the filth is gone, but also the drama community, I mean, we've seen what they did to their own friend Diane. Like that. And I'm not lying. I told Diane, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think that we should I should publicly apologize to you. No, Marissa, I need this. And she wasn't expecting the backlash that she got. I don't even know if it's live. I have not heard from Diane. But if you want to get rid of someone and you really put them down, this place is a really good place to really beat down a person. Who are you to say I'm going to call people out? Because let me tell you something. Every time I said I'm here to call you out and this is, I regret it. Because you want to know something? My husband's sitting right here. Best way to live your life, mind your own fucking business.
But the thing is, and this is what has always pissed me the fuck off. All these people, like you and I are the same person, but all of these people are Molly this, Laura this, Molly this, Laura this. We don't do and have never done half the shit that these other people do. We don't record phone calls. We don't if we have a fight with someone, it lasts 5 seconds. We have a fight, we move on. We don't sit there and go after them every fucking day. And all these people want to sit there like holier than thou. Look at MM, for example. Why is MM still talking about us?
She'll never,
literally.
Her obsession with me will never die. But my own son said last year, makeup artist cannot still be around. She's been around since like the 5th grade. And I said, she's still obsessed with mom. He said, that is just creepy, Mom. That makes me scared for you. She's harmless. Trust me, her family has already said she's afraid of confrontation. Just remember, we know all about your mundane life, Leanna.
I'm going to be in New York next week. Thank you, Bushi. I did offer QB a link. She'll never come on, ever. She will only do it on her own panel so she can make money on us.
That's a pussy. That is a total pussy right there.
Yep, she will never go on anyone else's panel, only on her own. So she has her whole backup people.
Oh, please.
She lasts like 5 minutes by herself. And then, let me drop a link so I can get company up here. Me and Molly can hold our own. Betty can hold her own. Justin can hold his own. JLR can hold his own. Dolly can hold his own. There's a reason why we can all hold our own and be on camera, and she can't. There's a reason.
I don't think she's going to last. I don't. I'm telling you. I just feel it. I don't even give it much thought. I just say, I don't think she's going to be around for much longer. I don't.
Why, though? Because
she her head. The faster you go up, the quicker you can come down. It's just it's the truth. They will take you down, and they'll do it for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Blank Screen has a crush on y'all, but I think Blank Screen is a girl.
No, he's a crusty guy. in Florida. He's just weird and stupid. I don't even care about him. He's so gross.
Thank you, Cork. I know she's streaming me. I keep getting messages. She won't take a link because she's weak on her own. QB has never gone toe-to-toe, one-on-one. That is true.
Love to. My whole thing is if she was so tough, why didn't she show up to Georgia herself and come face to face? I was standing right there. She knew where I was all day long. You want to act tough, but you want to send other people? That's not how we work.
Hold on. Kelly says she runs 1,000 people in chat in the morning and again at night. And you don't find that a little suspicious, Kelly? Like, honestly, that anytime she goes live, she's got 1,000 people. And yet, all the people that are on her panel all the time can't pull more than 20. But they're the ones that hold her panel. So make this make sense to me. Like, seriously.
I don't think she'll be around much longer. She doesn't bother me. I just think that everyone should really look at the type of person that she is and what kind of bullshit she roots for. Because that's not a good person to me. That's not a good person to me. And I don't want to even share the same country with that girl. Okay? Let alone a platform.
I agree.
People like her are truly dangerous. Everything she touches turns to shit. She will help no one. She will do nothing good for herself. So imagine what her actual real life is like. Because you got to be a pretty low person to act like that and show that to the world.
They used to come to you, oh, Molly's on 5 times a day, or Molly's on 10 hours a day. Queen Bee's on 10 hours a day. She's on 20 hours a day. And nobody says a word. Well, why was it not okay for Molly to go on? Why was it not okay that Molly went on a lot? But when QB does it, oh, that's okay. Sit the fuck down, you fake ass bitches.
You'll see. You're all gonna be like, oh my God, try it again. It's gonna happen. She's gonna come down. I think if YouTube doesn't take her down, it's gonna be her own friends. Her own friends.
Not as long as she puts on the facade that she's so big, that she's such big time. She gets all these people watching. Meanwhile, it's the same fucking 40, 50 people in chat every single time. She's growing so big, but there's not ever a new name in chat.
It's because, like I said, it goes back to Laura. These people think that our subs and the people that follow us are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're stupid.
A lot of them are, though. A lot of them are.
Every day, right? I mean, she's been in a penitentiary. People like that are dangerous. They have nothing to lose. They have nothing to live for. If you give them $50, they're going to do backflips. I mean, I could not believe that she was as young as she was. I thought she was like 68 years old with a package of cigarettes. She sounded more worse than my mother, who was dying of lung cancer. She's not going to last. She won't last. Whatever you do is going to come right back to you.
I
from Winky Whispers. I know everything that goes down in Jen. Fuck you, Winky Whispers. I don't know how you can be a friend to Jenny after all that you've supplied me with.
Who?
Winky Whispers. We knew everything that was going down with Jen's Discord before it happened. And it was Winky Whispers, and Winky Whispers loved to kiss her ass. Who taught you to be that fake?
Wow.
Yes.
Hold on, I didn't see a comment. What did Leo say? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see Leo's comment. Why would anyone care how long another creator is on? People used to go after Molly for that all the time, Johnny. Molly's on so much. When is she spending time with her family? When is she doing this? When is she doing that? Constantly.
I was working. That's what I was doing. So now when I'm on vacation, they're still watching me.
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing? What is she doing? I'm on a vacation. I'm on a girl trip with my friends. Why doesn't her husband have a problem with it? Adrien, do you have a problem with me going? All right, you know what? Let's just ask him now. Everyone wants to know this. Now we'll have it on Laura's channel. Watch, this is going to be clipped a little bit. Do you have a problem with me traveling alone?
No.
Why?
Why would I don't understand why would?
Some people think it's weird that I could just go to England or go to Greece by myself. Do you trust me?
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
Okay, so you don't see the problem because you trust me. It's simple as that, right?
I just don't see what the problem is.
Okay, so you don't see the
I don't see the problem.
Well, I feel the same way about you.
Thanks.
That's we've been married for 20 years. Thank you. I was on a girl trip. I had a lot of fun on that girl trip. And I am about to go away with my husband for our 20th year wedding anniversary. I don't see why I can't just live my life according to my standards, my rules, and I'm not bothering anybody on these trips. Why does that bother? Why does that bother people? I mean, it seems to really bother people.
Adrien could send me on a trip with you. I won't turn it down. Adrien, she needs someone to go to Ireland with.
Ireland now. See, but I've gone to Ireland with Holly. Do they forget that Holly's there? I mean, she's there on camera. I mean, it's sometimes I don't have a problem with being by myself. I actually like being by myself. So the dog is still alive. I know that people are saying that the dog is dead. I don't know. I don't know who made it up. But Violet is very much alive. She's right here. I never killed her. I never had her. Do I want to hold the dog up? I think they saw her grab a glove. Right?
We saw her trying to eat the pillow.
So yeah, it's also when you were talking about Mega Mobster and her obsession, my husband does believe it was her that did the Airbnb. He was the first one. He was like, he said, I know it was her.
That's interesting.
I didn't even know about it. I don't care. If you want to go say hi to a princess at an Airbnb, that's where it is.
It's crazy. I said, because I'm going to New York next week, and I said that I should go to her house and fucking put a sign on the front, like, hang up a sign and have Phoenix take a picture. And be like, guess where I am, bitch.
I'm definitely not in New York. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I honestly just want to on your panel and say that Summer Wells was exactly what I said. She was, a money, she was a cash cow. I never said she was my cash cow, nor has anyone ever clipped that. But it's been said a million times that I called her my cash cow, and I never ever said that. I said she is a cash cow. And I think that's been proven 100 times over. I think that if you're not trying to help the situation with that little girl, why bother? But when people are still putting her name in a hashtag just to make money, and it's flooring. I'm floored. People do that.
The 6th tomorrow.
Hold on, what?
I said we're 10 to 6.
Okay.
What'd you do with the clothes you got?
What?
What'd you do with the clothes you got?
Oh, it's I don't know. I'll do it when we're
okay. Because I'm like taking out everything from my closet and like going through all of it.
all right. You have to turn them on. I don't know. Big bags. Check a laundry room. I don't know where I just put them. All right. All right. Okay, blank screen. I know that's you. Exactly, D. Molly just happened to be the first one to say it. No, whistle down. She's not talking about it. I know what she's talking about. Absolutely, Rich. Always. Hey, by the way, I just want you to know, I told someone who was discussing two tacos, not to fuck with two tacos, and that she has absolutely zero credibility in this community. And I don't even know why you're fucking with her again. So I just wanted to let you know that I said that.
That two taco credibility?
Correct.
What was the topic?
Someone that's close to you was going to possibly have two tacos on our channel. I said, don't. It'll backfire. Two tacos has zero credibility. Zero. Around the community. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to get anywhere. She faked a suicide attempt. It was bad. And nobody will take her seriously. So.
I wasn't around for all that, and I don't know anything about anyone trying to bring her up. I've not been intention to YouTube unless somebody tells me or sends me a screenshot, gives me some sort of update. That's the only thing that I know about YouTube. I have a feeling this is going to go on forever. The bullshit's just going to go on forever.
Yeah, but it shouldn't go on forever. Like, I just, like, half the shit that's said about me, I don't even address. The other half, when I do address it, which is something I do want to address before I forget, because I will forget. Queen Bee, you lied. Since I know you're streaming me, I'll speak to you. You fucking lied to everybody today. The one part that I heard was a blatant fucking lie. The reason why I said those things about Jonesin is because she came after me. It wasn't that I just came up with it out of nowhere. I don't ever go after anybody for no reason. Unless you come after me, I'm not going after you. And that is my track record. You can look this up. So you can lie to your people all fucking day long, but at no point did I just all of a sudden decide to go after Jonesin and say that stuff for no reason at all. Heels, you should be ashamed of yourself because you never fucking corrected it and you knew that. Who else was on the panel? B. Tim may not know because he's a fucking moron who's clueless. Nick, I think, was on it. Everybody knew why, Nick especially, and everyone was too scared to say a fucking word. And here is QB lying to her fucking audience going, Jonesin would never do anything. Laura just came up with this stuff and went after Jonesin for no reason. Now you can straighten it out because that was a fucking blatant lie. Jonesin brought up something from 14, 15 years ago that she knew nothing about and started rambling on, and people were going to call CPS and all this other shit. So don't sit here and act like, oh, she's just so innocent and Laura's just so big and bad. Fuck you, because that is a blatant fucking lie, and everyone knows it. So keep your lies to your fake fucking likes and go fuck yourself. Speak the truth and don't fucking speak at all.
Well, I have to say real quick that you bring up heels. Heels is the biggest joke imaginable.
I agree with that.
She is one to talk about anybody. Pay your bills, fix your credit, get your life together. We've all seen it. That shit's been going around. You look pretty bad. You are a straight up low life, and that's why you act the way that you are. You don't like women that are attractive. You don't like women that have their own businesses and make money. You are full, and this is what you're doing at your age. You're like my mother's age. Get it together.
She's only 2 years younger than my mom.
God, you on paper, you are pathetic. I can't even see how they would ever even rent a car to you. I mean, it was that pathetic. I looked at it and went, "You got to be kidding me. This is who is trying to act all judgmental?" No. It's funny how everybody wants to sit and hide behind their cameras and act like they're better and that they think that they can judge everyone else. All you have is a bunch is a wind band. You got a bunch of hot air. That's all you have. That's all you have. That's all you got going for you.
I agree.
The wind.
And not only that, but notice how the biggest shit talkers, like, if this community has gotten to the point that you would rather respect and like someone who hides behind a fucking avatar, then let's go back to Diane 2.0. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be part of a community that would rather not even look at the person they're speaking to, not even know what they look like, but that's who you're going to respect. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm sorry, but I don't.
You were targeted the same way I was targeted, because we've shared so much about our personal lives. We go live. If you and I did not go live and we did not share anything about our men, our past, our children, we would not be criticized in the manner that we are. Now, that also brings it to something else. I mean, like, we're able to have Patreons and have people have easy access to talk to us one-on-one. So that's like something that they love, but and it makes those naysayers angry. They're like, why are people supporting people like Laura and her candles? You want to know something, Laura? You've been working on those candles for a long time.
2 years.
And people still criticizing you after all this? I'm sorry. I take, you know what? Consider the source. Consider the source. You know that girl out there in Long Island hates her life, has always hated her life. Her dad probably treated her like shit her whole life. She probably got daddy issues, every other issue. And I'm sure that husband can't wait until that kid's 18 so he can say, "See ya, get the fuck out." Or you know what? I'm out. You're by yourself. And let's pray that kid doesn't piss on her fucking grave.
But the thing about the candles, though, and this is where I have issues with all these people.
Jealous.
It took me 2 years to really know what I was doing. And I would say a year and a half. I still learn every day. I still go through stuff every day. I change wicks. I do this. I'm always trying to perfect it. And I hear these people come out, they're just getting it perfect right off the bat. Bullshit. You have to learn what scents work with what wicks, what wax works with what wicks, with what scent. Like, it's a learning process, and you're going to make a lot of fuck ups, a lot. Nature's Lover, why doesn't she take the link here? I'm sorry. I don't cave to anybody. I have my own panel. If she's got something to say, she could come take a link.
I don't know what.
I don't know what kind of punk ass bitch she thinks I am that I'm going to go take a link on her channel. No, she could come take a link here.
Sit down. You're not big. Sit down. Stay down.
Exactly.
I'd rather have no channel than be back in this fucking shithole. I mean, it really. I mean, I have to say, I have more time for my Patreons. I'm going to the gym. I'm tanning. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm cooking more. I'm spending a lot more time, and I'm still on Kick. If you really want to hang out, I'm over there on Kick. I'm easy to find. And the thing is I was not doing true crime when I left. I don't think a lot of people recognize that I stopped talking about it for a couple of months.
True.
I wasn't doing it, and I also didn't want to make money doing it anymore. So that's why I was going over to the other channel. That's where I made more money, was on the other channel, not Molly Golightly. It's actually Live with Golightly was where I was making money.
Mm-hmm.
That is the truth. I have no reason to lie. Laura, I sent you my 1099. Was I lying about?
No.
Being
I heard that Chasing Truth was the one that said, "Oh, Molly's lying. There's no way." No, she really did make it. I have the receipt. Like, I saw it. She really did make that much money that month.
And I have, and then the year before as well. All you have to do is work. All you have to do is work. I covered so many topics. I covered so many different things that all those videos were just sitting there. They were still views. All you have to do is put in the work. You can't just come out and just sit and hang out and expect money's going to keep hitting you in the face. Mm-hmm. It's not, and you need to understand that. And
I agree.
With you, I've been away for 2 months now from YouTube, and I hear it every day. Marissa, please come back. Please come back. What, a shithole? Why? Why would I want to move backwards? And it's almost like, did the universe do me a favor? Do I really want to go back to what I was doing? Because I feel better as far as health, mentality wise. Listen. I love that one guy that does the true crime.
Great. No.
What's his name? No. What's his name? Jay Harris. Jay Harris. He does. Oh my God. He's on my Facebook. So I know him as Jay. But I love his true crime. And they don't do it, but I don't know how people could just jump from one topic to the next.
Because you don't get emotionally invested.
I don't see how people can't. I mean, these are human beings. These are little babies. That I wish that I could help all of these people, and I can't. I mean, it's so what's the point? So in a way, is it exploitation? In a way, yes, it is. But giving an opinion, I there's nothing I wouldn't do different with someone. There's nothing I would do with Gabby Petito. There's nothing definitely I would ever do with Marvon McCray. Nothing. I think I handled all of those to the best of my ability. But the thing with Summer, I feel like she's such a special case. And I think that she has been just treated worse than all
right, let's get into this then. What makes her such a special case? She's one kid out of 100 million that are missing. What makes her so special?
What made her special in this community was people latched on. I particularly, I did make an enormous amount of money on Summer Wells. I did. But did I try and give it back? Of course. Not everyone's going to do that. Not everybody thinks like I do. But not everybody's going to get into their car and drive 10 hours. Not everybody's going to get on a plane. Not everybody's going to have the balls to say what they on the internet to Don and Candace's face. I did that. And when they did that, it was like they were no longer criminals anymore. Like they were no longer suspects. And I was like, wait a second. I thought that this is what we wanted. Didn't we really see them in the room with me yelling and saying, Candace, what happened to your daughter? Her going like this. I mean, to me, that was shocking.
Hold on one second. Classy B, when she is woman enough to come in here and say, give me a link, I will give her a link. I don't need anybody coming over here saying, oh, she wants the link. Then tell her to come over here, say, drop me a link, and I will give her a link. It's that simple.
Well, let me stir my friggin' pasta.
I mean, it's literally that simple. Okay, Janelle, it's confirmed. Not that I'm doubting anybody, but I mean, I'd be more than happy to give her a link. If she comes in here and says, can I have a link? Then I'll say, fine. Yeah, I don't think so either, Erica. And I'm not about to get porn bombed, whatever. No, she's not blocked. Hey, 4 Cheese. So another thing I want to address while we're waiting for Marissa to come back is made a comment. Oh my God, Laura, why would you say on live where your kid's going? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, only a fucked up person thinks like that. Now, at first I didn't. And as everybody pointed out to me, does it fucking matter? I have been doxxed so many times. Let's use blank screen, for example. Not that blank screen goes real life, but let's just use blank screen, for example. How hard do you think it would be for, and now you guys all know my kids' names. How hard would it be for blank screen to find our social media and he would find that information anyway? I can guarantee you, you can ask 15 people in any, what's Laura's last name? What's Perplex? Go ask Betty. She'll tell you. Go ask Laura. He'll tell you. There's a million people that you wouldn't even have to be friends with. Oh, what's Laura's name? There you go. Ask Tropical Gal. She'll give you my address. So at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter. If somebody wants to know where my kids are going to school, all they got to do is look on their social media, which would not be hard to fucking find. So it's not like my whole life has been private. It's not like somebody can't find my last name within 30 seconds or my address or anything else. So that's why your point is completely moot. I just want to say that. I also want to know why would you show my son's x-ray? Forget all the business stuff. I'll get into that after. Why would you show my son's x-ray? Why is it your fucking business that my kids are active and they break bones? Phoenix happened during wrestling and Dayton's happened during boxing. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you have multiple kids. And no, my daughter never broke a bone, except when she was really little. But I'm sorry, but the way you went on about my business, about my candles, have I once gone after yours? Have I once said one fucking word about your website, your candles, your anything? Sure haven't. Why? Because I'm not worried about your business. Because if I'm worried about your business, I certainly can't be worried about mine. And the only fucking person that I'm worried about is me. I'm sorry that you don't feel that way, or you feel so insecure that you got to bash mine. It's fucking getting old.
Because she ain't got a business.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, remember, when you start a business, it's about supply and demand. What the hell is she sending? What the hell is she sending? What is she making? That's in such a demand. I mean, you're basically a charity with a little free gift from Leona, whatever that's fucking worth. The girl's she's never left you alone. Never left me alone.
Nope. You want to hear it? You should hear what she was saying. I was like, whoa, wow, why? She's
jealous of you.
Care about me or something? And you're still worried about me and my children? Like, when do I ever talk about Jesse? And never. This is the first time I've ever even said his fucking name. I don't talk about your son. I don't talk about your job. I mean, your dog. I don't talk about your husband. I don't talk about your business. I don't talk about your website. Then she went on about nails. Okay. I need to get mine done tomorrow, but these are my nails. All right. I happen to like my nails. These are my nails. You want to see my nails? Like, she has the audacity to say how my nails are so bad. Wait till you see her fucking witch's brew. Hold on. I got to pull it up.
You're kidding me.
Oh, no, it's bad.
She gets ghetto nails?
She looks like a witch. Hold on. I think it's on her community page. But she has the balls to talk about someone else's nails.
Laura, she's not your competition.
Okay.
That's the way you have to deal with it. She's not your competition. She's so far down the totem pole.
Dude, look at this.
Be your competition.
Look at this.
Ever.
He's talking about someone else's nails being gross. What? Yeah. Who the fuck does nails like that? That is the ugliest shape I've ever seen in my entire life. But she's talking about someone else's nails. Wow.
Adrien, this reminds me of a story that Adrien told me. He went to a basketball player's mother, and she had ghetto nails like that. He said, Marissa, honestly, I couldn't concentrate on a word she was saying because I couldn't stop looking at these disgusting nails. He was like, they were pointy. They were like all these different. He goes, I just couldn't believe what I was saying. I was like, Adrien, don't worry. You'll never see with shit like that ever. I've always kept it classy. Always. Always. And one color.
But she's talking about how my nails are so gross.
What?
What? Have you not looked in a mirror? Holy shit.
There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong with her. Always. Always.
But I couldn't believe it when she had the audacity to talk about someone else's nails.
She's wow. Immature. She's 7th grade level everything. She's 7th grade at everything she has ever done in her life. All right? That sums it up. Next topic. 7th grade. She's stuck in the 7th grade. And that's why she never grows. Right? Did her channel ever grow? I don't think it ever did it? No, because she spent the past 6 years obsessing over me and Laura, right? Right? God knows who else is going to have a fallout with this girl. You're never going to get rid of her. You'll never get rid of her.
We're too entertained to hit the likes right now. We'll do it after.
Yeah, right.
Of course she's making money on this live. That is the only way she makes money, is talking shit about someone else. But why she's making more money than I am, that's a problem. If she really is making more money, that's a problem.
Well, yeah.
I agree. I agree with that, D. That's how she makes money.
She has no talent. She has no talent, and she doesn't even think highly of herself to even try. At least makeup mobsters at least trying to find something she's good at, right? It might be junk, but it's still what she would call arts and crafts. I call it junk, but you know, I don't know. I don't care about her.
Truth hurts. Let me say this. Where some people everyone will understand.
That's probably her talking to you. With her multiple clip channels, you're behind the clip channels. We're not stupid. Stopped caring about you a long time ago.
No. But this needs to be said. Christy, not quite. So yeah. But truth hurts. When someone is talking about you and your children, don't you think they have a right to respond to it? Just saying. I mean, she showed my son's x-rays. Why? Why is my son's x-ray her business? I think I have a right to respond. Just saying. Christy, once again, I've had very expensive candles, and the closest thing that I could find was a candle, and I put a cigarette out in it. That's not trashing someone's candle. That was the only thing that she had around. At the end of the day, then you take the cigarette out and you're fine. So yeah, Molly has bought a lot of candles, and not even just free ones. Molly has bought a lot of candles. So yes, I know Molly likes my candles. No one should show your son. I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. The question is why? Why would you show it? Thank you, Jilly Bean. Why would you show my son's x-ray? It's weird. It's just weird. Hold on. So first she's going over an old Molly stream. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Rock Jim.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. First she was talking about you. Let me share it. Christy, get the fuck out of here. Go over to Queen Bee. Have a good day. Bye-bye. All right.
Oh my God, such a psycho.
Okay. Yep. Then it goes into
6 years, dude.
Thank you, Boo Sheet. Okay. Now she's talking about you.
Oh God.
Yeah, look at her subscription list over here. This is pretty interesting on her life coaching for kids. Somebody was talking about it the other day.
Thank you, Gravy, for all the trailers that were defamed during this broadcast.
And said she was posting on there. So I go over and I'm like,
thank you, Ambi.
oh, look at that. Look who she's subbed to. Hold on. Uni Rock. Right there. Laura, Bombshell. Hold on.
Why does she care?
Bullhorn Betty. Oh, she unsubscribed. She must have seen my comment. Yo, she was definitely, I screenshot it the other day. She was subscribed to Heels in the Air, and now it's gone. I told Heels in the Air under her video, I was like, yo, you know.
Heels in the Air.
Why is this content? Why does she fucking care who you're subscribed to?
She needs to get laid.
Like, I don't get it. Why does she care?
She subscribed to you under that channel, and now it's gone. She must have unsubscribed. She must have seen my comment and unsubscribed.
I don't
Bitch,
see
block me.
yours, crazy.
4 cheese, exactly. Look how excited. Thank you, Jen. Look how excited she got. Like,
You know what? I was on vacation, sweetheart. I was in Chicago, staying at the Trump International, eating great food with my friends. I'm blessed. What are you doing? You're worried about me. Holy crap.
exactly. But I used to be subscribed to Heels. What is the big deal? She doesn't know when these subscriptions are from. These subscriptions could be from fucking 6 months ago. Who cares?
Me
Does
again.
she
Do yourself a favor.
have me being subscribed to
Oh, yeah.
Ben?
I just
What?
Does she have a problem with me being subscribed to Ben Shapiro?
Exactly.
problem with me being subscribed to Bombshell Reloaded. I happen to think she's funny. Am I entitled to that?
It's weird.
Since when are people even still listening to this chick? I thought they got sick of her like 4 years ago.
I don't know.
But it's been about 4 years. Girl,
But that was kind of funny. She's subscribed to Unirock. Now watch. After I said this, it'll be gone. Look, dude. I just showed you guys some stuff that I've been working on. So you guys could see.
Oh, you're working? I thought you had a business.
You know, oh shit. Whoops. I accidentally.
What
I've also been working on. Hold on. I'm trying to make like a wall hanging here. Macrame thing. Never did this before. I'm kind of just freestyling here. So I don't know where I'm going. I'm not done yet. So that's why I'm only showing you guys.
My life is so mundane.
And I did these.
Look at those teeth.
Thank you, Tyra.
And she goes with this. Does she have a screen door?
Hold on. This is a little hanging. My whole point was to do it for the tray that I make.
Now, notice how she segues this. First, she's promoting her own business. Then watch what she does.
Actually, I just ordered another tray thing because I want to do these in a different color, but something to that effect. All right. Laura doesn't think things through. No, she definitely doesn't. I just finished a macrame wall hanging too. Been good. Isn't it?
For the record, I've never said one fucking word about anybody's wall hangings or anything MM does. So anyone to say anything about me is wrong.
It's so relaxing, Jules. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's really simple to do. And it's like, it's just so relaxing. I don't know why. To sit there and making a million knots.
Okay, I haven't even had time to work on the mugs or the t-shirts. I haven't even had time to look at that yet. It's still sitting there. So I guess she's not too busy that she's got time to make macrame
things. All right, so I'm just showing you guys these things, obviously, because, you know, maybe one day they'll appear on the website. But the other reason is just to show you guys that, like, I'm not talking shit from a place of like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm a formally trained artist, right? I went to art school. I've worked with some of the best professors in art, like,
okay,
right? So I know.
By the way, she's a college dropout.
Right.
What I'm talking about, dude. I've been an artist my whole life, pretty much.
I know. So,
and let me state, I have never stated I was an artist in any which way, shape, or form. Just saying.
I know what looks good, right? When things go together. Now, my taste might be different from other people's taste. That's, fine. But as far as like aesthetics, okay, I know what's aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Really?
Right? I've been trained in it. I went to school for
show us your house.
So when I see some bullshit like this,
yeah,
and Laura's gonna be like, people going after my business. And again, Laura, you are more than welcome to go on my website right now and rip apart anything that you see on there.
Make a lobster. I'm a business owner. I would never do anything like it. I think that is the most unprofessional, pathetic, and sad thing that anybody could ever do to another business. So no, you will never see me go on your website and bash your stuff. You will never see me talk about your business. You will never see me go on your website and pick shit apart. I know that you want me to, so you feel justified, but it'll never happen. I don't roll like that.
Leon, I think that what's something that would be aesthetically pleasing is you brush your fucking teeth.
Okay. Yeah, she talks about aesthetically pleasing and you see her nails.
Photoshop my teeth straight. I swear on my life, there's pictures of a photoshopping my teeth. Okay, Miss Artist, we just saw your nails. We know about your subway type bedroom. I don't know. I don't care about what goes on in your bedroom. From the way that you, I'm assuming not much goes on because you are pretty out there to be there's no way that you are satisfied or fulfilled in your life.
I agree.
There's no way. People that are happy in their life don't look like you, talk like you, or act like you. You're jealous of the one that's got. And instead of just working a little harder, all you want to do is complain. That's why you'll forever be lonely. I just told you your future.
I agree.
There, anything that I've shown you, anything. I have no problem. I can take criticism,
Yeah. Brush your teeth.
But this shit is.
Brush your teeth.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Why does she feel like she needs to? Is she trying to get?
Let me scroll down here.
That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to get people not to buy your candles.
That sucks. Dude, like, what the fuck is this, Laura? Seriously. Just look at it, dude.
They're melts.
Fucking blue waffles, bro.
They smell awesome. They're like
blue waffle. Whatever the fucks. I don't know if these are. I guess they're wax melts since they don't have. And you warm them.
Your like, whole house smells like.
What the fuck are you smoking, bro? This doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. I was listening. I didn't know these were even here until yesterday when I was listening to Queen Bee's live, and I have to agree with. I think it was Nick, right, Boston Nick, and he's like, there should probably only be one scoop of ice cream, and I agree with that. So like, there's the first problem is like it's just always too much. It's too much. But like the whole purpose of this
demented. I can't live with her.
She just I don't know. I don't know what she's missing that the rest of us aren't missing. But it's like, dude, the whole purpose of making candles that look like food, right, is that they're supposed to be like a hyper realistic, right? So it's supposed to fool you into thinking that it's the actual food and not the candle, So like people see it on your kitchen sink and they're like, oh shit, like, or your counter. I don't know why it would be in your sink, but like, oh shit, is that a fucking waffle? Oh my God, it's a candle. Like, but like, see, I would walk up to this and I'd be like, why do you have a blue waffle on your counter? A blue and white waffle. Why? When the fuck ever have you seen?
Okay, where'd Marissa go? Just so you know, that is 4 different wax melts put together to show different colors. I understand that you don't understand that. And I get the fact that you're not mature enough to understand what I was showing. But again, then don't buy it. If you don't like it, then don't buy it.
A blue waffle or a white one for that matter. Right. And then like typically when you have waffles with ice cream, which is a thing, right? You don't eat the ice cream, like blue ice cream. Like that's not even that common. I've never seen blue ice cream. I don't like, is there even such a thing? I don't know. Just like what the blue balls. Yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck is this? Like, dude, like, are you just lazy? And then there's glitter just dumped on the top. I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but there's just fucking glitter. There's a little schmutz right there. There's just glitter dumped on there, dude. Like, and that's where it even gets more confusing because I'm like, I don't understand the glitter. Like, I never had glitter on my ice cream or on my waffles. Like, there's no need for it. There's just no fucking need, dude. And here's the other one, and this one's just even worse, dude. I'm sorry. It's fucking bad, dude. This is not good. First of all, oh my God. A moldy looking piece of pink bread. Just bread. Why the fuck not? That's just standing up. The fucking arrangement of all of this makes it look even worse. Oh my God. And I don't want to hear the shit. I'm not a professional photographer. You don't need to be a professional photographer at all these days, but like you could look at it was out like because and like, you know, tan color, but have to be like ridiculous to fill. You gotta make a wax melter like I did. But no, that's a lot of money. And I don't know. I don't get this, Laura. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like,
you don't have to get it. It's not your fucking business to get it. That's what you don't get. This is none of your fucking business. It's not, you're not going to buy them. Don't worry about them. Mind your own fucking business.
blue waffles, dude. Just because they smell like blueberry, like, you know, why don't you get a blueberry mold and then put the blueberries, make the blueberries and then put them in the waffle mold. And then you have blueberry waffles. Which, like, all right, dude, it's not a terrible idea. What is schmutz? It's like just borderline burnt, broken a bone. Poor things. I love wreaths. M's right. Blue waffles is gross. Yeah. Like everybody knows what a blue waffle is, or like knows that it's like something just fucking.
Did you guys know? Because
I don't even know who that is. I heard somebody was in jail, but I don't know who any of these people are. I don't venture out. She's showing the pink waffle, dude.
Like, so these are the
with the big bulky smell is insane. If it's a real, I was like, but I don't give a fuck. I love you guys, but I would never say where my son's going to fucking school. I don't give a fuck. Because especially my daughter, if I had a girl, I would never say where they're going to college, because you know what? Now you just fucking put a target on their back. You don't know what kind of creepy fucking assholes are out. And then here, it would be hard. It would be like almost like finding a needle in a haystack. Yeah, here she is.
Then we got another perfect size.
College bound for 20% off. I haven't done any codes or anything on mine because I don't even fucking, I'm still trying to figure out how to do the website, let alone sales and shit. Let's see. I want to see if we could find this thing and see how much it is, because I need to know how much she's charging for these fucking things. Laura. Oh, geez. The diamond. Oh, she changed it. It's not the Molly Go Lightly collection anymore. Now it's the diamond. Oh, yeah.
It's always been the Molly Go Lightly Diamond Collection. Nothing has changed.
The Opulence Collection. Where's these fucking soaps?
Thank you for the advertising, because I haven't even put them on the website yet. Just saying. Thank you, Scooby. But she's giving me free advertising.
Oops. Shocker jewelry. No thanks. Here, it's like, come back to 1993. Like, those are not, I don't know. Who is wearing these? Who?
A lot of people are wearing them. Just saying.
What is this? No. Nope. Sorry. All right. I can't find her fucking. I can't find the wax melts. No worries.
Thank you, Amby. Hey, Greg.
Won't be copying you, Laura. No, nobody will be. Nobody will be. Laura's latest candle shit is a complete. I know the fucking waffles. We were just looking at them. I don't know what is going through her brain sometimes. Those were necklaces, I guess. I'm assuming. Laura will be gone soon. The lawyer's coming to get her. Oh, yeah. Doing the little succulent candles. I tried to make the colors look, some. No way this dirty hamster makes everyone
So you guys get the idea. I love you too, Mary. But no, you don't ever have to worry about her discouraging me, Bushi, at all whatsoever. I just thought it was really fucked up that she just always has something to say. I don't understand why. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about, you just don't need to worry about me. I got me. Thanks. My customers love my candles and they love my blue waffles. Thank you, Freckle. I have a ton more. Like literally, I have so many necklaces and earrings. I got the tarot card necklaces, every single tarot card. I just haven't got a chance to put them on the website yet. I'm still catching up with candles. I'm still catching up with candle orders. I'm almost done though. I'm almost all caught up. Yeah, Shanna, a lot of people wear those necklaces. And I have a ton more. Thank you, Amber.
Okay, I'm sorry I had to get off of here for a few minutes. That girl is seething with jealousy, anger, and anything negative. Like I said 5 years ago, put $1 million in front of her, she still wouldn't smile. She wouldn't be happy. She's just a very low, negative energy person. And I feel terrible for her child. I really do. I feel terrible. God bless him.
I just could not imagine going after somebody's business the way she does. It's insane. It's just insane to me.
Angry person in that way. And just listening to that again. She's blocked from everywhere. I don't know what she thought. I saw her comment somewhere. I have been in Chicago. I came back here and one kick at like legit obligation, and that's it. Haven't talked really to anybody. I don't care about this girl. I don't think she realizes that I truly do not care about her or what she's doing. If her face was on fire, I don't think that I would even splash this at her. I'd be like, you know what? I'm really thirsty. I just got back from She's poisonous.
I agree.
It's something definitely happened with one of her parents. You could tell that she was not liked by, I don't know, both or one.
See, now your microphone sounds good.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, now you sound good. You were like in and out before. I thought maybe you were losing your voice.
Oh.
But now it sounds good.
I did lose my voice just a little bit this weekend.
Where
Yelling.
did you go?
I went to Chicago.
For?
We went to the New Convention.
Oh my God.
We were seeing all over again. We went to a prom. They were staying up all night and running through the hotels and taking selfies with everybody. Not me. I went back we had 2 hotels. And I went back to the Trump and laid out trying to inhale all the chips and that. So I skipped on all that, but no, we were having a good ass time, just jamming out for a whole weekend. So anyway, I had a nice trip. I love Chicago, and these girls are going for 35 years.
Why are New Kids on the Block still even a thing?
They came out. That's funny. The US. They had a panel about that. They did an album in 2008 after they hadn't talked together in a while, and they did some songs with Lady Gaga, Akon, all these big people, and it's been a hit. And they do this 80s tour where they get like Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, and Salt and Pepper, and they do this like 80s concert every year. I've been going to them. I've just liked them since I was a kid. And I get to see these girls that I haven't seen since I'm like a teenager. And we just, you know, it was cool. I mean, Donnie came right up and bumped drinks with Tiffany. Like, oh my God, you know, because I mean, there's so many memories. And like, it's just.
Let me just tell you guys, when Tiffany and Marissa was still friends, Marissa was somewhere. I think she was in an airport, and she calls me and Tiffany. Oh my God, Tiffany's here. Do you guys want her autograph? I'm like, that's a hard no. She's like, you don't want her autograph? I'm like, no. Do you remember that?
No, Tiffany was doing a show by Adrien's Airbnb, and she was selling.
I thought you were at an airport.
No, I autographed. No. No, she was in Harrisburg doing a little show, and there wasn't many people there, and she wasn't selling many autographs. So I'm going on my face. Does anybody want her autograph? Because I kind of feel bad. Because
no, thanks. I'll pass on that. But thanks.
Tiffany the singer. I think we're all alone now. That Tiffany. Yeah. But Laura was like, no.
Yeah. Me and Tiffany were both like, no, it's okay. Thanks, though.
I think there was one person on Facebook that was like, you know, oh yeah, I want one. You know, that's about it. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what she was going on about. The candle, those little candle things, those round ones, is precisely what Adrien would use to put back into the candle and put it on a warmer, and it just smells the whole house of whatever fragrance it happens to be. And then she's got these wax melts that don't look like that at all. It just comes in a different form. So I took it as, I think that when I look at those pictures of what she was so completely compelled and so angered over, was showing people that you really do make these, and this is part of the process. I kind of appreciate knowing that, especially just thinking after everything with Dolly. About that. She never showed. I don't think Laura ever showed me her work video before. I saw it like 3 weeks ago, and I went, "Oh my God, holy crap!" So no one's gonna say that she doesn't make her candles. It was probably the right time for her to put that video out of her studio.
Mm-hmm. No, but I've been periodically, my stomach's going nuts, but I periodically have showed my studio as it grew and grew and grew and grew. I put up about 4 videos as it grew. And that's kind of where it's at now. I mean, I'm at a room. I can't make it any bigger.
Angered enough to take out a whole bunch of frustration about the looks, the design, and then have to prove how talented you are, how educated, how artsy you are. Let's have a tour of your home. I don't see it being featured on Instagram. Because hey, those houses are pretty impressive. I certainly don't have one of those types of houses where, you could be like, you got the realtor going through it with all the fancy lights, and no, I don't live like that. I'm grateful for what I have. So if her customers are happy with the wax melts, then I don't see a problem with it.
I've been giving away the wax melts to like the waffles and stuff. I've been giving one to everyone with an order because now that I made them, but again, everything is trial and error. When I first made them, I was like, all right, how much do they weigh? How many ounces are they? How many pieces can they cut them up? Well, the ice cream is one big one. The waffle, you can cut into 14 squares. Like, they're big. And the point of showing it wasn't about this is what's going to be on the website. It was, this is what I'm making. Like, this is it. This is what I'm making. And they haven't been on the website yet because I haven't made the right colors yet. but I was just showing my people. Like, she acts like I have, 100 million people watching me. I'm not PewDiePie. Like, I'm not even growing. So no new people are watching me lately.
There's no reason to take that personal. She took it very, very personally,
I agree.
As if you're in business to outshine her.
Yep.
She's taking it way too seriously. And I think that she's trying to put in so much negative energy into you. And I think that's what's kind of been helping you grow, because even negative energy can help. It's still an energy. Whether you want to believe it or not, negative energy is still an energy. But if you're the one that's directing it out just like that, I mean, listen, my life is blessed, but I also don't act like her. I don't act like her. She smashed every little thing. I mean, she's sweating me for 6 years. And I'm just Adrien's wife, Jake's mom, living out in the suburbs, walking my dog, not bothering anybody. But still, she's obsessed with whoever I'm subscribed to. She's probably all over my Instagram. God knows how many freaking clip channels she has. I'm the air that she breathes.
Yep.
She's
sure
I know that might burn. That's a hard pill to swallow, but she means nothing to me.
I agree. Janelle, I keep saying I'm going to do that, and then I don't. I keep saying I'm going to set up a camera, but I don't have my lighting in there, and I don't know. I'd have to switch lighting and put the ring light in there, and it's going to be a nightmare. Jonathan.
And that was the thing with the Coaching for Kids channel. I kept pushing it off because when you're doing something like that, you do have to prepare because it's for children. You have to seriously prepare, and I just wasn't that ready. I wasn't. Yes, Jonathan remodels houses. Barns. He actually said he was interested in the barns. He told me around Hershey. He said, he goes, I want to get in there so bad because of all the farmland that we have. So he wants to come here. Maybe he'll bring a show here. But that's the oldest new kid on the block. He remodels. He's got a show on TV, and he remodels barn houses, like farmhouses. I don't watch it because I don't watch reality shows or TV. I was like, where are you from? I said, I live in Hershey now, but I'm not from there. And he goes, oh, I'm dying to get into Hershey. And then Donnie wants to open a Wahlburgers in Hershey. I said, get out of here. Mm-hmm. I want to open a Wahlburgers in Hershey. God knows we can use it, but I mean, they've had a lot of Wahlburgers come down.
Yeah, I'm not into those 80s bands. Although Nick Carter's house, I'll take it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
You looked up his house. So this is
what I looked it up.
She made beautiful candles in memory of Aaron Carter. And I said, well, just send them directly to him. And I gave her the house address. And she was like, whose address is this? I go, this is his house. And she's like, oh my gosh. And look at this house.
Like my fucking dream house. It is beautiful. When I looked it up on my computer, I didn't get all the pictures. When I looked it up on my cell phone, there were like 172 pictures. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is nice.
Where he lives inside of the country club part. So a separate, so you go into this place and it's a gated community, one big community, and then there's a special part of the community, and then that's where him and his wife and his kids are. And they still have 24-hour security right now.
Really?
Crazy girl. The girl is in the court.
It's like you walk in, it's got that stairway, like you walk in and there's stairs on both sides. It's fucking beautiful. It's all like black and white. It's beautiful. I was like, damn, I need to become a Backstreet Boy. Where do I sign?
All right. He's been working his whole life, though, I have to say.
What?
He's been working his whole life for that. No?
Let me check the order. He should have gotten them.
You know, work your whole life, and I just think someone got it in their head that they want a piece of that action, and they're willing to do anything they want to take that lifestyle away from his children, from him, and make the other guys suffer. Just that agreed, and it's all on tape.
It's in transit. Oh, it gets it by Friday.
If it wasn't for Aaron, none of this would be coming to fruition. So he's gonna love those candles. He'll probably
gonna be like, "Who's Energy Candles? Who sent me candles?"
He'll know. He'll know. I'll let him. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. I'll let him know that he's home. So he'll know.
That documentary on Aaron, though, that was really good. And I was never an Aaron fan. It was really good.
I didn't watch it.
And you should. It was really good. Like, much better than I ever expected it to be.
I did watch the Anna Nicole thing on Netflix. And then last night I watched, after I got home from Chicago and I watched the Victim Suspect. It's about women that came forward to the police. It just came out on Netflix about women that were raped. And then they went to the police, and the crooked police were charging them with filing fake police reports.
I saw that. And the first story was the college that Sage was supposed to go to.
Wow.
And Tuscaloosa. I was like, and when she told me she didn't want to go there anymore, I watched that like the same night.
Wow.
I'm like, I am not going to force her to go to a school because God forbid something happened. I would never forgive myself. And here they're saying how corrupt it is and how corrupt the police department there is. I was like, yeah, no. Sage, it's okay. You don't want to go there anymore. Because you go to a different school.
People have an internet that I might have been victim shaming. No. When I did these videos in the beginning of my channel, I'm 100% positive, and we can 100% prove that this girl's story has changed a million times. And this whole thing has been a horrible thing that has happened to Nick Carter. And I am not against rape victims. I'm not against the Me Too movement. I thought that the Me Too movement was going to be a wonderful thing for women. But sometimes it just takes a couple of people to screw things up. I mean, you want to take Jussie Smollett. That was not supposed to happen. All I'm talking about is like a Jussie Smollett kind of person. But yeah, that shit's gonna, if that thing really does go to trial, you might see me testifying. I mean, she already tried to get me out. That's why I had to go out to Vegas. And you guys, no one knew that I was in Las Vegas. No one knew my friends were nice enough to tag me in Miami, but right around the time when I was in Greece, I found out that there was a TRO put on me from Nick Carter's fake, a rape accuser. And what it was a lawyer tactic to get me out of the case. They were hoping that I wasn't going to show up, but I sure did. I showed up at the very last minute. I came. Smollett was a mockery, so is she. And it can be proven. And this is happening because Aaron passed away. This is happening because Aaron passed away, and what he left behind for his brother, I never knew about. He never told me. He never told me this. My flaw, and I told Laura, and I told them, and I said, listen, you might want to know now that this thing it's a big, huge rabbit hole, because I know Laura doesn't want to cover it. I know Justin doesn't want to cover it because it's so complex and because it's been going on for almost 6 years now. But it went way deep. It went way deeper. There's Aaron Carter audio of Melissa Schumann the victim, her father, and Aaron extorting millions, trying to extort millions out of Nick Carter.
See, I can't speak for Justin, but I can speak for myself. Whether there's evidence or not, I would never cover something that I can't prove or disprove if it's true or not. Doesn't matter what I believe. But I would, if I have no way to prove or disprove, I wouldn't cover it.
I covered it. And I was able to prove that she lied. Her story has now changed for her sixth official time in writing that now she believes she was roofied by Nick Carter. We never heard of roofie before. We never heard that before. It's not looking good for her. And it's at a point where I think that she has pushed him to a point where she might end up in jail alongside her father. I haven't heard these tapes, but I read the legal papers, and I was in Greece. I'm supposed to go on my mouth is going. How did I not know this? Well, Aaron never told me.
Did Adrien say he was sending me to Ireland with you? I never got a confirmation.
You want to go to Ireland? You love Ireland. They're really nice.
Ireland is beautiful.
The food's but they're very nice there. You'll see the castles, the green, and everyone's always in a good mood, even if they're in a bad mood, and they drink all day long. And the drinks get more expensive the later it gets at night. Ain't that something though?
I'm not surprised. I am boiled peanuts. You ever eat boiled peanuts?
Not yet, but I want to try them.
I'm fucking hooked on them.
I heard that I saw Olivia eat them when we were in, I don't know where we were, but we were doing a story someplace, and she bought them at a gas station. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I love these. They sound gross, but that she says that they were great.
The ones are amazing. I went to Walmart yesterday. I bought a whole bunch of cans, put them in a crock pot. I was like, fuck the gas station. I'm going to make them myself. Really good.
Boiled peanuts.
They are, D, right? And I turned them away for the longest time. I just started trying them like a month ago. We watched a video on it.
I figured they would taste like pinto beans.
No, not at all. I don't like the regular ones, but I bought salt and vinegar yesterday, which are too sweet. I mean, too sour. They're just too vinegary. But the Cajun ones are perfect. Perfect. They don't taste like pinto beans. I don't think so.
Hey, Brandy. Shit, I was supposed to call you. I think I was at the airport. I was supposed to call you. That's how I lose concentration is when I'm at the airport. But I didn't miss any flights. These were direct. I didn't miss any flights.
Boiled peanuts are 4 times the antioxidants of raw or roasted peanuts. See, there you go. I haven't gained any weight from eating them. I mean, they're like meal replacements. I was going through a lot. I was eating a lot.
It is protein. I mean, I don't know what kind of nutritional value it is.
Oh, really high in protein. They're really good for you.
You know, why don't you eat an avocado once a day?
Because they're expensive.
$1. Eat an avocado once a day.
Dude, food can't stay in my house. Food goes, like, I bought 15 Gatorades yesterday. Like, most of them are gone already. Food doesn't stay here. They eat it faster than I could buy it.
Yeah, Jake's become a governor completely.
Tried with 4 friends there all the time.
And Jake's got his friends as well. They sent me out for pizza yesterday and slushies. They sent me out for slushies and pizza, and they all have cars. Hey, watching the Celtics. What? Did the Celtics win?
Did what?
Did the Celtics win?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I know that the Celtics were playing this weekend, and New Kids on the Block are all big Celtic fans. And that's all they were talking about. They're like, we got to get back to the Celtics game. We got to get back to the Celtics game. And I'm like, good. That means I can go to sleep. I can sleep. Because we weren't. None of us was sleeping. Not the girls, and nor were the new kids on the block. Like we were going, partying. I have so many crazy videos on my phone. It's unreal. Hey, try.
Yeah, Shannon. Between Phoenix and Dayton, Sage doesn't eat much. Between Phoenix and Dayton, oh,
it's the boys.
It's insane. Absolutely insane.
The Celtics lost.
Celtics suck. Suppresses the boiling peanuts, draws antioxidants from their shells. The boiled peanuts are 4 times the antioxidant of raw roasted. They grow and boil. Yeah, I'm gonna start making them. But you need like a certain kind of not a barbecue, but we watched someone do it online.
You're gonna start selling boiled peanuts online.
What?
Are you gonna start selling boiled peanuts?
No, just making them. I'm telling you, I am like addicted. I crave the Cajun in it. It's horrible.
That's how I am with tamales. People all the time. Why you always eating those tamales? I crave the masa. That's what I like.
Yes, Leslie, you're late though. Watch it, they don't suck. So Dayton gets his cast on Thursday. He gets his full cast on Thursday. They rewrapped it today, but
his hand broke his hand, right?
What? His hand.
How did he break his hand?
Boxing.
Oh, boxing. Okay.
Dum hit it wrong. I mean, we were gonna tell everyone that you should see the other guy, but no, he hit it the box. He wasn't wearing gloves. He was fucking around with his friend in the punching bag in the garage, and he fucking hit it wrong, and he broke his hand. That's what he gets for messing around. But yeah, his here is where he broke it, and it like sticks out.
You know what?
First, I thought he was being a little wussy, and he's like, "Mom, I think I broke my hand." I said, "Dave, you didn't break it. It'll be fine in a few hours." Sure enough, a couple of hours later, he comes back to me. He's like, "Mom," and it's like sticking out. It's turning black and blue. I'm like, "Yeah, you broke it, Dave. We have to go to the hospital." I was like, "I gotta take a shower. Give me a moment." Yeah. And the bone's supposed to go straight, and it goes like that.
I've never broken a bone.
Really?
No.
Damn.
Me, I'm stacked. You've seen me in real life. I'm fucking solid. I'm solid as fuck.
I've broken a lot of bones.
Big, very big bones. I'm short, but look at my wrist. How big my wrist is.
I don't have big bones. I got small bones.
Yeah, my mom was very small bone. She had osteoporosis, and my sister never knew that. My sister was like, "Did you know that?"
$50.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I got to give it to you. I have to PayPal you. What am I?
Comment. Look at Denise's comment.
MM Dayton gets full cast Thursday. Taste the goodness. Oh wait, no. Full cast Thursday. Take note, obsessed weirdo. I agree.
Wow.
I did Bushid. I was like, you know what? Hold on. What?
PayPal or just send it to our bank account?
No, because I left it in PayPal to send you guys.
I don't even know if I still have access to my PayPal.
All right, so I'll send it to my bank and I'll transfer it over.
Okay.
God, I actually forgot about it. Yeah, Bushid, I was like, I don't want to sit fucking 10 hours at the emergency. I'm like, wait a second. Dayton's still 15. We can go to the children's hospital. And we were in and out. It was great. I was like, woohoo.
Well, Princess is still hanging on.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he still drinking?
I don't know if he's going to tell me the truth or not. He says he hasn't. I won't know the truth, but he says that the doctors want him to get intravenous pain medication.
Really?
That's what he said. But the thing is my husband said to me, he was like, I think that he was like, Martha, when you talk to the brother, you just got to be honest. Like, we don't know what to believe. What comes out of his mouth, we don't, like, we've lost, I'm not going to say trust. I'm not going to say it. We've lost our trust in him, but he over embellishes and exaggerates and keeps so many things. Like, what do you call it? Like, we can't talk to any doctors. We can't see any papers. And for me, I find it rather insulting, being that, my husband does employ him and give him a home to live in and pays all of those bills. I feel like my husband should be entitled to know the status of his medical care.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're just not getting straight answers from him.
And don't you have power of attorney?
Not anymore. He took it away.
Tell him get the fuck out of your house then.
What? If we send him back to California, he's going to die sooner. If we keep him at that specific, this is how me and Adrien, we've talked about this. With him being at that specific location, the hospital's right in back of him. There's no need to pull an ambulance, drive, Uber, nothing. He just gets up and goes right to the door. From door to door. He walks 1 block. That's all it is. And sometimes he says it's so bad that, I decided to go at 3:30 in the morning. But then he checks himself out against doctor's orders. That's what we're having a problem with. Just checking himself out. And they want to keep him. They did admit him last time, but sure enough, Princess was like, I'm getting out. And then we say, what did the paperwork say? He says, I didn't wait for the paperwork, which means he just walks out. He's just walking out. And we're afraid that he's just going to pass out or go slip into a coma. What happens if he's walking across the street and he just passes out? If his kidneys down and his liver shutting down, and then he called me last night and he sounded like he was going to a party. What? But the doctors did take him off the allotted, is what he said. So I'm trying to communicate with your brother, and Princess is not happy with me right now because he sent me a message saying, I know what you told my brother. I know what you told my brother. I told him to be prepared.
Hey, Bullshit has a good question, though. Is Princess still talking to Gina?
No, not at all.
Not?
He was pissed off. This happened about 2 weeks ago, if anybody wants to know the truth. Someone, I don't remember who it was, it could have been Jilly Bean, said, Marissa, Gina was live on Facebook and said, I just talked to Princess. This is like, 2 weeks ago? 2 or so weeks ago? That me and Princess agree fully on how we're on the same side of on the same page when it comes to Molly Golightly. And Adrien said, I don't. So he goes, because Princess actually told me he wanted nothing to do. I said, really? He goes, yeah. He said that he didn't trust her. He goes, he said this weeks ago. Adrien, we're in the bedroom, called up Princess and said, Princess, question. He said, what? He goes, remember that girlfriend of yours, Gina? And he said, yes. He goes, when was the last time you talked to her? And he said, talk or text? Hold on. And then he started to look through his phone, and it looked like it was over 2 weeks ago. And he said, well, did you talk to her in the last month? He said, absolutely not. He goes, I don't want to talk to her. I told you, he goes, I told Marissa, don't trust her. I get a really bad feeling about her. So then Jill went live. You know, Jill and Dizzle called together, and I put my phone next to Adrien's phone, and then they could all hear each other and then Joey said, I'm going to go live. Can you take a link and tell us when was the last time you spoke to her? Because she flat out lied.
No.
She just today, and that she told the audience, I just talked to Princess and he's on the same, she told him to pick sides. Oh, that'll never happen. No, that'll never happen. Yeah, she thinks very highly of herself.
Yeah, but why are you friends with Princess forever?
You're homeless. Okay? And you act homeless too. Stop trying to get into the middle of me and Princess. We have been friends for 17 years. I'm taking care of him, not you.
That's
I was by his side at the end, not you. And he looked at his phone, and then he confirmed Jilly. It was Jilly, Dizzle, and Princess on one panel. And he said, he gave the dates. He was like, I'm not talking to her, and I'm not going to. He goes, I already warned Marissa not to talk to her.
Not Laura Gina.
Yeah, Princess didn't want me talking to her. He said that he had a really bad feeling about her. And then he confirmed it on Jilly Bean's case. And Adrien said, I do not want that motherfucking person in my house ever again. Keep these people away. I said, all right. He goes, enough.
Adacora, no, that's not what she meant. I know what she meant.
That woman is such a freak. I don't know if you know her, but she's a total freak.
She hates you.
Yeah, we found her on fucking Facebook like 2 years ago. She's freak. Weird eye, the whole thing.
Really?
The whole, hate me all you want. I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. I can't, honestly, I've said this before. I don't understand how someone could hate someone so much on YouTube. They've never met you. They don't know you. They've never spoken to you. If you hate a YouTube persona that much, just don't watch them.
Wow.
In here, like Yarnfield. I know you're not Yarnfield's favorite person. So Yarnfield's not in here.
I don't know who that is.
She respects that. She's one of my mods. Time mods.
Who these people are. You and Justin have been going on about this woman person.
Who?
Came earlier in the beginning.
Who?
It's got one name. You and Justin have been going with this person earlier. I have no clue who that is. Never seen them. Who did you respond to today?
Queen Bee?
Before that, there was someone else. I guess they're on YouTube. I'm not sure.
Beat Him?
What is it called?
Beat Him?
No, I think it's a woman. And it's been going on for days. There's another person. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Guys, who's she talking about? Where's Capone?
No, it's not Capone. It's not. It was someone else. You guys have been going on. I don't know who this person is. I don't even know if they have a channel.
Joneson? Okay.
See, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is.
She's one of Queen Bee's people. I don't really hate Joneson. I really don't. I don't even have a big problem with her. She's very new. She's one of Queen Bee's followers. But she's very back and forth. Like, but I don't hate Joneson.
Did this person hold the channel?
Yeah, she holds a channel.
Jesus Christ, and they're new. Oh yeah, that's gonna
brand
new.
Like 6 months new. And she pulls really good numbers.
No, I never heard of her. She hasn't gotten my attention. So
she was fighting with Dolly, then she made up with Dolly. But she gets around QB, and like her mom was in the drama community. I've never seen her mom ever. Yeah, her mom and her dad are in her streams. Yeah, it's weird.
Laura, if I ever saw my stepdad or my mother was ever involved in this shit, me and Dawn would have collectively just put her away. Would have locked her up. I'd be like, "You're 70. But she was never that kind of a person. She is just like, don't bother me with your drama. Anyone who makes me feel like they're too much has just got to go."
That's true, Sly. Jones and Kim's up on her channel. That is true.
I definitely know Jim Terry. I was the one that called his ass out hard. I think his head spun. I yelled at him.
His head's always been spinning.
Yeah, and what's funny is I told him about the girl that he was working the investigation, and I said, "She's fine. She's out partying." And guess what? Remember later on that night, he came live and said, "Guess what? She turns herself in. She's been out partying with someone." I said, boom! I fucking knew it. And he didn't know what to fucking say. Who remembers that? Because that was.
I remember that. The first time he was introduced to anybody was on your channel. And you guys were all like, "Oh, you guys are going to get married, blah, blah." No, he's way too much of a narcissist. Way too much.
If he's gone now, all he has to do to get his channel back is appeal it and say he'll never do it again. It's that easy to get your channels back. It really, I mean, you have to go through some hoops, but he'll come back too.
I don't know. I think he's pushed the line one too many times. I don't think he will come back.
Chris, I'm going to say something. Anytime anyone wants to go after Laura's kids, guess what? They're doing really well. And so is my Jake. My Jake's doing very, very well. And people that are down there, they don't like seeing that because they probably thought Laura's kids were going to be running in the streets and doing drugs and just no. You can still have YouTube and still have a relationship with your spouse and still be a mother, still clean your house, still take care of your animals. You can do that. You just need to put a little energy.
Let me go one step further. You want to talk about, and this I have to laugh at. You're going to appreciate this, but I have always raised my kids to be their own person and find their own way. Don't do what mom does. Don't believe the same things mom does. Find your own path, religion-wise. Well, my youngest is reading the Bible. He is quoting me the Bible. He's trying to teach me the Bible. He bought a cross. He is all about being a Christian. And I mean 100%. Today I went to the doctor. He's like quoting me the Bible and telling me all the stuff. And I'm sitting here laughing. He's like, "Mom, it's not funny. This is real life, Mom. You need to get you need to read the Bible, Mom." Dayton, I don't need to read the Bible. I'm good. I promise. Mom, you need to believe, because you know what the problem is? People don't believe in Jesus enough. Okay, Dayton, whatever you say. And that right there just tells me that I've done a good job. Because even my youngest, who, I'm a little skeptical there for a while, he has his issues, but for him to really find his own path, I'll support his own path. He wants to, believe in the Bible. I'm all for it. I will support him. He wanted a cross. We bought it. I said, Grandpa's turning over in his grave. But, that's his path. That's what he chose to go down. And if it keeps him on the right path, I'm all for it. I'm good with it. That to me right there shows I've done a good job. Forget Phoenix going to college and being a huge success in life, and Sage hopefully becomes a huge success in life. She is going to college. But to know that Dayton is taking a religious route, it's just wow. Wow.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Probably his father's death.
Oh.
I told Dave, I told Tyler, I said, Tyler, you're never going to believe this. But he's literally quoting the Bible. I mean, he'll tell you all about different stuff. I don't forget what it's called, scriptures in the Bible. And I'm laughing. I'm like, okay.
Mom's an atheist?
Whatever gets you through your father's death, I'm fine with it. He's like, Mom, I'm over the death. He's like, and now I've accepted Jesus in my life and it's made a huge difference. Okay. Whatever works for you, hon. Whatever works. I'm all for it.
Does he go to church?
Funny.
Does he go to church?
No, he doesn't go to church. But that might change. But no, he doesn't. But I mean, honestly, the Catholic religion states, or Christianity, you don't have to go to church.
Right.
Jesus is everywhere. So, but yeah.
My mother used to say, I am in the church. That's what my mother used to say. I am in the church.
We learned that when I got married. We were married by a rabbi and a priest, and the Archdiocese of Rockville Center is the one that married us. And he had said that, church is everywhere. You don't have to be in church. God is everywhere. Jesus is everywhere. I was like, sweet. We don't have to get married in a church. So.
That's really sweet. I think that's really sweet.
Yeah. But he's very religious. He quotes me. He quotes the Bible. And he's like, what's wrong with these people, Mom? I said, what? He goes, they need Jesus. Okay, Dave.
That is really sweet.
But that right there tells me I have done a damn good job of raising him. Just for him to be able to find his path, I will support it. And it really does. It makes me know I'm doing a good job. And I think him being religious is going to keep him on the right path, which is good.
Wow. Jake goes to church every weekend still.
What?
Weekend, Jake is still there every weekend. He's almost an Eagle Scout, which is huge.
Yeah, religion. I agree.
Especially when you're applying to those colleges, they find out your kid's an Eagle Scout. They're like, what? And yeah, so I didn't know how important the Scouts were until I met my husband is beyond Eagle Scout. He's like still involved with them. And it helps them. It really helps them survive and connections and social and they become so resourceful and just very motivated. Very, very motivated to get things done.
That's a good thing.
Like one time we were doing a fire, and you know what Jake said to me? He goes, Mom, you may not want to get too close or it's stuff that's in your face. I said, what did you just say to me? And Adrien goes, Jake, cut that out. Cut that out. You don't say that to your mother. And I thought about it and I was like, wow, that kid's pretty smart. Because he thinks that since I have holes in my face, that my face is flammable.
Uh-huh. You just wait until you start filling out college applications and all the paperwork they want and all the financials they want. Oh, you just wait. It is not fun at all whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, we'll know about one of them.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll know about the Air Force Academy pretty soon. I'll tell you.
I don't even want to
go. He's going over to the Air Force Academy this summer, and then he goes to space camp by you.
Oh, I thought you meant for college.
No. We don't know if they're going to take him yet, but he's so far everything that they want. He has so far, and he's got the perfect. His eyes. I mean, he's at the gym every day. He's very physical, and his diet is ridiculous. No complex carbs, no refined sugar. I'm like, get the fuck.
That's how Phoenix was till he got hurt. Once he got hurt, he's gone down a wrong path. And I told him, I said, you got to get back to eating right. He's like, I know. I mean, he hasn't really. I mean, he's gained a little weight, but not much. but he just used, he was watching all his macros and eating correctly and doing everything right. He was in the best shape of his life. And then he got hurt. Thank you, Dave. Janelle, what did Marley say? How come I can't see these people?
I have no idea what they're saying. What are you going to? What are you going to New York for?
So he can go to college, so he can look at the school. We have an orientation and stuff.
Wow.
And he wants to go into the city. And my brother said, I just want you to know, Laura, Long Island and New York is not like it was when you left. There's so much fucking traffic that you may not want to drive down here. I said, trust me, we're coming down there. I was like, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, my mom's house is right by Manhattan, and I don't even bother with it. But me and Jake, we have tickets for Madison Square Garden to go see Depeche Mode. It's going to be his first concert. I told him, Jake, I can't let your first concert be Taylor Swift. I just can't. I go, I'm better than that. I'm a better mother than that. I go, you can see her. And the thing is, he only likes like one song. He likes like one song. But he was like, Mom, I trust you. He goes, because I do like Depeche Mode, and I know that going to concert with you is going to be like the best. So I told him, I said, we're going to go see him in Madison Square Garden, and you're going to love it. He's like, all right, now I got to catch up on all my Depeche Mode. I said, well, they've been around for 40 years. So
I took them to Shinedown and Ashes to New and 3 Days Grace. It was me, Phoenix, and Dayton. But Dayton's been going to concerts forever. He's been going to concerts of Brad since, I think his first concert was Metallica. Oh. But it was fun going with the kids.
Yeah, he's never been to a concert.
What?
He's never been to a concert. Like they comped us, a bunch of stuff for Backstreet Boys, and I had like a whole bunch of them. I had 12, and I was like, Jake, Adrien, anybody want to go? And my son's like, no.
That's funny.
You find people in a hairdresser, the salon and stuff like that. Yeah.
Someone said we need to do this once a week. We need to catch up and do this once a week. I said that's a good idea, actually.
Oh, you're going to see Adrien tomorrow.
People miss you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because not everyone's on Kick. That I'm noticing. A lot of people
come over to Kick. We have a nice time on Kick.
What?
We have a nice time over there at Kick. I do like Kick a lot. It's basically like my second channel over there. Like I used to have on YouTube. I'm talking about the same things. Except there I can play music.
We should do this like once a week. Make it like a what's today? Tuesday? Make it like a Tuesday night thing. Every Tuesday. Like Diane and Wendy. We'll do Marissa and Laura. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. I really do.
So do those girls still have their channels?
What?
Does Wendy still have a channel?
Yeah, it's the Wendy and Randy show.
What do they talk about?
What do you think they talk about?
I don't know.
Everybody else. They talk about negs. They talk about BBT. They talk about, I don't know. They're still lying, though. They lied about me a couple weeks ago. I was like, wow, talk about fucking lies. And then Wendy twisted it, but they haven't spoken about me since.
Do they ever talk about Diane?
No, but she just said Nikki Alcaraz was found safe. I don't know who that is. That she has not spoken to Diane. She doesn't, basically the same thing you said. She doesn't know what happened to, Diane. Nobody's heard from her.
I think she was completely devastated. That's what I got from it.
But my thing is,
she never thought in a million years, from what she told me, she never thought in a million years that those people that were her friends for years were going to do that. And she mainly had, she told me she was very disappointed in Randy, that Randy would turn so quickly. But Diane did say that Wendy didn't surprise her, because she thought that Wendy was, But I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people think, I'm just going to clear up this one rumor about me and Tiffany Marie, as far as, because people have asked about it. Calling Randy's job at Wendy's, that never, ever happened. We never called Wendy's in whatever was that. We never went that far. What we did do was we called the people that lived in that house. She claims Diane claims that she's at that house, that she lives there. I don't believe that, but she swears that she's in Pennsylvania. I don't believe that, because why wouldn't she get us on the third party calls? But then again, Tiffany never shared.
But why wouldn't she come meet you then? That's the other thing. Why not come meet you if she was in PA?
I never asked to meet Diane. I don't think Diane won't even show her. Do you know how hard it was for Diane? And we never actually did. You know that, right? We never found her. If you ask me what my opinion is, we kind of got some lead that she sent a pallet from Florida.
Yeah.
And then my mind was just in Florida, I guess. And then, but Tiffany and I never called. We did joke, though. We did joke. Yeah. Mia and Tiffany joked about what it would be like to go to the Wendy's while she was working and go through the drive-thru.
No, it wasn't Wendy. Randy. Randy worked the drive-thru, not Wendy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And but yeah, we effortlessly looked and tried to find Diane. She was a bit of an anomaly, because she still flew under the radar. And what I thought was screwed up about that was, how could you be friends with these women for so long and they never really knew who you truly were?
I agree.
To me,
see, but I'm the same way. If I'm friends with you and I'm talking to you and I'm going to send you a gift, I want to know what the fuck you look like. Like, I can't imagine not knowing what someone looks like, and just from an avatar. No, sorry. That's would not fly with me.
When that whole thing came and she wanted me on her channel to apologize to her publicly, I did tell her that I thought that was a very bad idea. Turns out many people did reach out to her privately and apologize for their actions. The only reason I apologized for my actions was because I never knew that she thought of hurting herself.
I don't believe that at all. I know Randy said that. I do not believe that at all. A narcissist does not try to commit suicide. Sorry. I don't believe that at all.
Well, you want to know something? It dawned on me that some people really do take YouTube really seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they have. Imagine, maybe she really was really alone and YouTube was all she had. And then it was taken away and all her friends are being taken away. She probably didn't take that well. And I just apologized for my part in it. And I just realized, you know what? She doesn't want to be found. And this is ridiculous. Let's just move on. But
do you want to know why I'm a bitch? I will never give her an apology. She doesn't. she just doesn't deserve one.
Just remember that.
Apologize.
But this is the thing. For me, apologizing for whatever I did to make her fake feel like she wanted to hurt herself, I would never want to do that to somebody. That's why I did that. Under that notion that she was, so distraught that she was willing to hurt herself. But the thing is I actually had no control over the situation of being on her panel and saying, hey, I apologize. She wanted it. And she said, I'm doing this for me. I need this for me. I need this. I need for Molly Gawley to apologize to me on a live. I told her it was a bad idea. And then all her friends turned on her. I had no control over her friends all being two-faced, sideways, whatever.
But don't you know why she did that?
No.
It had nothing to do with her. It had to do with not embarrassing you. I don't mean like that. But she wanted to manipulate you to justify her wrongdoings. And as long as she could get people to apologize to her in any capacity, then what she did is now minimalized. She is such a manipulating snake. Fuck her. Oh my God. I wish I would have known that before you.
She wanted a validation from me in writing where she could be like, see, Molly's admitting she's wrong. I wasn't a scammer. I can come back.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it. And then I was like, whoa. So then the aftermath was all of her friends would just boom, 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 boom. I didn't expect them to fall like a house of cards, but then I had to accept the fact that the energy that she put out and everything that she did to everybody, it all built up and they all come down. It's just the way, it's nature of the beast. She was in the room many times.
Wendy or Wendy were kind of trying to stick up for her, and Wendy be like, I'm not sticking up for her, but yeah, you are. Saying that they told Tawanda, I guess there's some shit with Tawanda lately, but they told Tawanda all of the money that Tawanda donated went to St. Jude. Wendy, you don't know that. So don't say that it's true. Just because Diane said it doesn't make it true, because there's nothing that woman says that I fucking believe. Remember when she tried to come to you to go after Tracy, the truth? She was like, Molly, come back. You need to go after the truth. You remember that? I remember that. It was a couple of years ago. Yeah, she wanted you to come back. I don't know why you were off, but you had like left the drama community, I guess.
Yeah, I went back to True Crime with Tiffany Marie. We did Kat Gernon, Xavier Harrelson, and then we ended up with She Found Summer Wells.
I think it was before then. I do. I think it was before that. I don't even know. I don't even think you and Tiffany were friends at this point. I think we were all still friends with MM. And I don't think you and I were talking either, but she had come to you and said, you need to come back to the drama community because you need to go after Tracy, the truth.
I remember.
And yeah, Tracy was like, what the fuck does she need Marissa to come after me for? Like,
I never do something like that. Tracy, the little lady with the dog?
Yes. Well, not little, but yeah.
I don't just randomly go after people. I don't just pick someone out. I've never done that. I've never just said, hey, today I'm going to mess with Dave V. That's not my style. People know that I'm not going to go after someone for no reason.
And you showed it. Like, that's how we knew that's what happened. I think you showed it. You showed a text. I don't know if it was to me. I don't remember how it all went down. But somehow, like, we found out that she legit fucking... that she legit tried to contact you to go after Tracy. No, the truth, not chasing truth. Who is Nikki Alcaraz? Why don't I know who this person is? Maybe because I haven't followed much true crime. Oh, Tennessee woman spotted in Northern Cali. Disappeared during cross-country road trip with a boyfriend. How'd she disappear if they were cross-country? Yeah, I didn't even hear about this one. All right. So a lot of people were asking me about Pascal and how he lost his channel. It had something to do with him talking about a mass shooting. And I guess they thought that he was promoting it or something. But what's interesting is this response. I found this was really interesting. Team YouTube wrote, we took a closer look and found that your channel received a strike for violating our policies on violent extremism. Channels that receive this strike won't be able to monetize again in the future. Here's YouTube Help Center. That's fucked up. He can't even get monetization back. That's it. Done.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, right? He cannot even get it back. Done. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Me and Adrien did take a look last year of, when we were getting notifications about things that we can talk about, things that, we should stay away from and things like that. And I've looked through it and I've tried to be pretty blunt. They're trying to clean YouTube up with the crime, with all that stuff. I already felt like I was on the chopping block a year or two ago. I know it's going to sound crazy, but when I went down to Gabby Petito and I met Bullhorn Betty and I met Jonathan, and what I did out there was not supposed to happen. Me being caught on tape by Brian, whatever his name was, that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't anything. I also didn't realize that my words were going to be so powerful at Cassie's house that she was going to come out the next day and that I would fly back, and that my words were again going to be so powerful that his own parents said, you know what, fuck this shit. And that morning, Andrea got there before all of us. She got to see them, the father, Brian,
Laundrie?
Not Brian Koberger, Brian.
Laundrie.
Brian Laundrie's parents coming back with that satchel thing, and I had the FBI looking straight at me when they came out and they talked into, they were two FBI agents looking direct out at me, and I went like this. Like, I was like, oh crap. It goes back to the Summer Wells thing. Like I kind of said a couple months ago, I think maybe we could have been poking a bear that was never supposed to be poked. Maybe that situation with the Wells and Summer goes, what if it's tied to something really dark and sinister? And
it could be.
It very well could be. And these people are not good people. I don't know why anyone, and I've told my friends, don't go down there. I don't feel that any of us are safe. I don't, whether you're a man, woman, or if you're armed, I don't think any of us are safe going down by those wells. That area that they're in, you can't get service. You can't even call 911.
Yeah, I know.
You can't.
I know. I was there. I know exactly what you mean. Once you get past certain points, that's it.
And those neighbors, you don't know what they're capable of. You don't know how close they are. They could all be in cahoots and say, you know what, she pulled out a gun, and they can all agree. You get what I'm saying? Like, I especially didn't want what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. Justin. I didn't want Justin going down there. I didn't want him going down by himself. I was like, people are gonna recognize you. I don't know. There's something just very about that case. And when you said that there's so many other kids, that's true. That is true. And I also wonder about that. Like, there are other kids that nobody seems to care about. If only they put this much energy into Monkey.
Hey, Justin.
I said to Justin before, I think it was late last year, November, I said to him, when we go for the Lori Vallow, we have to go to Fruitland because I want to check out that block. Because he said, what do you want to do there? I check out that block. And then all of a sudden, and then a couple, like, weeks later, they said that they were digging up shit. And I'm like, wait, what? And the thing is it just came out of my mouth. And I got really freaked out by telling Justin, I want to check out that block. Obviously, the kid's not on the block, but why did I say I want to check out that block?
I'm still not convinced the father's not involved. I stick by that. Thank you, Justin. I stick by that. And Southern Gal, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to message Justin. Justin, Southern Girl has questions about seeds. I absolutely still think the father is most likely involved. And that's why I never touched the case, won't touch the case, because I'm not convinced Dad's not involved. I think it's very odd. I've always thought it was very odd. Believe me, I have 3 kids. I was a single mom. I know one could disappear. But the fact that he didn't even notice for that long, that allegedly Monkey was, seen on camera here, he was seen on camera there, he was seen on this one's camera. That's a lot of time that you didn't notice your son was missing. So the mom says she wasn't around. Mom says she wasn't there. I guess they have footage of mom leaving. So I'm not going to blame the mom. But I don't know. I just always found it very odd that it was that long that it took him to realize his son was gone. That's a long time. Kid gets out. He's a little kid. You should have looked for him. Way to go. Like, I know my kids would walk out the door. I would notice within 10 seconds, 5 seconds. I would notice, where's Dave? Where's Phoenix? Where's Sage? You just notice. And the fact that it took him at least 15, 20 minutes to notice his kid was gone. Yeah, no, sorry. Boo sheet, I wouldn't even worry about it. And we don't all have to agree. There were people in chat that think that that Brian Laundrie's still alive. I'm not going to argue with them, but okay. He was inside tending to the baby. He was like changing a diaper or something. How long does that take? The father was cleared. Well, Don and Candace were cleared too, but people still think he's guilty. So there's that. I don't know. I'm not saying he definitely is. I'm just saying I'm not convinced he's not, if that makes sense. There isn't any video of the kid coming back home and no video of the dad looking for him at the time he went missing. The father has been cleared. You got to factor in as a baby as well. Okay. Like I said, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just not saying he's innocent. I don't believe Brian Laundrie's alive either. The man is dead as a doornail.
No way.
QB is a fan. She streams Laura because she loves her. Absolutely, Crystal. See, that's the other thing. Me and Marissa can talk about something and then move on. We don't spend the entire live talking about someone. Never have, never will. I think that's why we end up always coming back together and becoming friends again, because in a lot of ways, we are a lot alike. I would never spend an entire life talking about the same person. I can't think of something more boring. And that goes for anybody. Why do all your people think Brian Laundrie's still alive?
Definitely.
Oh my God.
1,000,000%.
Do you realize how dumb that sounds? I'm going to explain why. Okay? I'm going to explain why. That would mean, if Brian was alive, that would mean every single detective, cop, coroner, they all lied. That means they're lying too.
A new thing for you?
What?
Time you're hearing about corruption, you can't accept the fact that the FBI doesn't want to say, "Oh, he got away. He had a 10-day start and he got away." And so we basically have a killer on loose.
But he's still a murderer. They identified bones. That would mean the coroner lied. That would mean this one lied. There's an autopsy report. The corruption would be too big. It would be too much. Oh, Jilly Bean says she also thinks Tupac's alive. Now I know why she loves you. Miss Conspiracy over here. And I was talking about Marissa. Marissa comes up with all these crazy ass conspiracies.
I was down there.
Wait, I would actually bet $1 million on it. That's how much I believe that he's alive. I will take that bet.
I believe
I will 100% take that bet, and I will be $1 million richer.
They're not going to say we fucked up. We fucked up. We waited too long. He got away. He got away. They helped him get away, the parents. And they said that they would. That letter, she said, "I'll do anything for you." That letter she wrote was creepy. She's a creepy bitch.
Marissa, do you believe Elvis is alive?
No.
Do you believe Michael Jackson is alive?
No.
Do you believe Whitney Houston's alive?
No.
Do you believe Aaron's alive?
No, I think he's.
Why do you believe Brian Carter? Why do you believe Brian Laundrie's alive? There's no logical explanation.
There's more supporting evidence than anything. We never really saw anything.
You are the one that called me and said they found a body, they found a gun.
Yeah,
you told me that.
Yeah. And do you remember?
I remember.
They never talked about the gun until 6 months later.
Yeah, remember? That was weird though. And I said that. I was like, Marissa told me there was a gun. It was the first thing she said. Like, they found a gun. And then all of a sudden, I was like, Laura's lying. Blah, blah, blah. I am not fucking lying. That's what Marissa said. And then months later, it comes out there was a gun.
They never had Laundrie skull. No, they didn't. They did not.
Yes, they did.
Did not.
They did. They did. Yes, they did.
Nope.
So you're going to tell me every cop is lying?
Yes, they lied.
The coroner is lying.
He got out of the country. I think they all lied, yes.
Why would the coroner, what good would the coroner do by lying to the family?
Listen, if the government's involved, they're going to make anything happen. Laura, if the government wanted to shut you up, they're going to shut you up. Adrien tells me all the time, if the government wants to shut someone up, they are going to, period. They're going to scare the ever-living shit out of you. They are going to threaten your livelihood, family. They're going to make you feel like you are being watched and you will never have fucking peace.
Justin, she doesn't really believe this, right? Yeah, no. He's dead as a doornail.
Nope, he's gone. He got off.
No, why would they let him escape? Why would they care?
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is where I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Can I tell you where he is? No. But he was very easily, it was easy for them to move him because it was at a time when we were wearing masks.
Yeah.
He wore a hat and he wore sunglasses. They did have some scissoring with the boats. They knew what they were doing. Because this is, all right, does it make sense to you, Laura? All right, listen.
your son comes home, Phoenix comes home, or Phoenix says, me and my girlfriend got into a huge fucking fight. I don't know what to do, but I'm on my way. Are you seriously going to tell Phoenix, all right, now that you're home and we just had our little barbecue and we talked about everything, now it's time to take your car and we're going to hand you a loaded gun and you're going to stay here while we leave and you're going to pull your head off and we'll be back for your car in 48 hours to take it back to the house. You're not going to give your kid a loaded gun to blow his head off. What you're going to do is you're going to hire a fucking attorney and you're going to protect your kid.
Absolutely, I would protect my kid.
And they stayed in that house. Why? Because they were buying time for their son. That was the only way that they could protect him, that they knew of, is to let him run.
But he couldn't have run. I get what you're saying, and I get the logic behind it. But again, if he ran and he was never found, I get it. But they have a partial skull. They have a gun. They were able to identify.
They have bones, fragments of something. Yes. But I was in there. I don't want to see what's in there. I don't want to know what's in there. He got away. That's why they stayed in the house. And just remember, I was standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Chris took off, and then Fox News and the FBI were following him up the highway, and he went to Chris Laundrie went to two separate AT&Ts.
Mm-hmm. Remember that guy that was hitting on you? I don't remember who it was. The guy in the truck.
Oh yeah, the cowboy. Yeah.
I don't know why that guy just came in my head. But yeah.
I've got some sort of admirer at every case. But yeah, he had been working that reserve for 20 years on the horses. And he said this whole thing was just complete bullshit. And he looked at me and the camera, like we were all crazy. We were all stupid.
Yeah, that was funny as hell, though. He was hitting on her so bad. She's like, I'm married. I wish we still had access to that video. That was funny as hell.
Don was a fan, too. Don was
that cowboy was funny.
Yeah, Don had a thing for me as well. I knew it. But he knew. He goes, that bitch, I'll never get that bitch on my side. He knew. He knew I was never going to play ball with him. And I wasn't going to act it.
Don hated me.
Don
he did not like me. I was probably the one person that he hated more than anyone.
The cowboy.
See, now a lot of people, like Sarah said, that his dad probably shot him. Maybe.
There's no way. You're going to shoot your kid because he killed his girlfriend? No.
But I would protect my kid. And I said that when the case was.
That's why you got his ass on a fucking boat and you shipped him off.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. Someone would have spotted him. No, I'm not buying that. Nope.
My version makes more sense. Mine totally makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense because there's too many people that would have to be involved in this conspiracy. And there's nothing that'll make me believe that, okay, you want to say it's an FBI conspiracy. I'll give you that. But then you have
the FBI just made
the coroner, you have the police, you have too many people. It's too many people to be a conspiracy.
They need to go away. And they looked right the fuck at me and I said, oh my God. Oh my God.
Same words, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to highlight that. He's deceased and he did it himself and it's crazy to think he's alive.
I disagree. Completely. I would never give on a loaded gun to take himself out and then take his car back home.
But maybe they felt that it was better, and maybe it was Roberta that did it. But maybe it was They knew he was going to do it, and we don't know that he gave him a gun. He may not have given him a gun.
Where the fuck did the gun come from?
He's a kid in Florida. He probably bought his own gun.
That wasn't his gun.
Okay, he took it from the house. He took it from. I don't think his dad gave him a gun. I think he just took it from the house.
Cassie came out.
What?
Cassie came out of that house that day, like, because my words resonated with her. I said, "Are you really gonna do this to your children, yourself, your marriage, your neighborhood, your kid's school, blah blah blah, for your fucking brother, fucking loser?" That's what I was saying. I don't know if the cameras caught that, but she was inside listening. She was. And the thing is she had quite a few hours to talk to her husband and think about it. Like, motherfuckers are gonna keep coming back. And you know what? Jonathan actually sat there with all of us. You know what? It's so breezy and comfortable here. And we got pizza and donuts being sent us. I think I'm gonna sit out here all fucking week. And they were ready to do that. But no, they knew we were not going away. And
hold on. Sarah said that video, people with Gabby by the van, I sent to FBI, multiple people right there by the van. No one cared to respond. What are you talking about? Happy birthday, Mary. What do you mean? So you don't believe Gabby's dead either? Tell me you don't think Gabby's dead. Marissa.
I believe she is. Unfortunately, I believe she is.
Okay. That's true. Didn't he have a gun on? He had a gun on the way on the trip.
Did you know that? Did you know that Gabby Petito used to ring up my sister's groceries at Publix?
And yes, that I did know.
I said, she never told me that she actually had her as a cashier. She told me when I was on Kick. She told all of us. I said, wait, what? She goes, yeah. She goes, she bring up my groceries a couple of times. She was nice. I was like,
yeah, I said she was nice.
But she said, Dawn said that she never saw Brian. It was only Tyler, my nephew, that used to talk to Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And then Publix told these three women that pulled up. These three women pulled up in a car while we were protesting in front of the Laundrie's house. And they said, we work at Publix. I said, oh, you must know my nephew, Tyler. And they said, oh, yeah, we know Tyler. We're not. She said, we're not allowed to. Publix is not letting us talk about it. Fine. I think that was a horrible thing that happened to her. You don't have to believe what I believe. It's fine. I know that I was there.
You're crazy.
I probably would think if I wasn't there, I might believe that he was dead. If I wasn't there. But just so you know, Andrew believes that he's dead. I don't.
He's dead as a doornail.
No, prove it.
Prove it because it's too big of a conspiracy theory. There's too many people that would have to be involved.
You got away. Let's wrap this up. We're done here. Boom.
But there's too many people. You can't have all those people in a conspiracy. You can't have. We've said the same thing with Making a Murderer when they were like, oh, well, everyone know. No, only 3 people were involved. But when it comes to Brian Laundrie, there were too many people that would have been involved. Too many people would have to lie. There's no way that a game of telephone can go that heavily. It just can't. Someone is going to tell.
Have you ever been at the scene or been in a place where the police say, all right, people, enough. Now it's time to go home?
Yeah.
You have. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's that. And then I think that the media helps with that. I think the media helps that narration. Because if you think about it, my husband believes that the only reason the Gabby Petito story ever made it big was because we needed a story to cover up the 13 Marines that were killed in Afghanistan, because that should have gotten a lot more, people should have been talking about that. But no, you got a white girl, blonde hair, who was choked by her, what do you call them, the family's hiding out. Oh yeah, let's just, I don't know. And the thing is my sister wanted nothing to do with it. And she was she was literally right behind them. I did a video on Christmas. Jaden picked me up and they drove me back to my sister's house. Lover Scorpio was there. And I said, show me exactly where, bring me back to Roberta's house, and then show me where the new house, because I didn't know where the new house was. My sister and my mom were just like, Marissa, don't involve Dawn and Tyler at all. Don't even say that sister lives there. So I didn't see my sister when I was down there. I didn't see Tyler. When I saw how close she was to Brian Laundrie's house, I was like, oh my God. And she was like, yes. She was like, how's that close? She goes, Marissa, they worked at Publix. She was like, they were real people. So yeah. Oh, he's now being a crybaby. Aw. Tell her to pick up her tits off the floor. And
no way he'd leave the mom's letter behind. That's a good point, Dave. Thank you. No way he'd leave the mom's letter behind if he was alive. Excellent point. Go ahead. Answer that one.
Well, okay. So when I was in, and we wrapped it all up with the FBI and everyone was sent to go home and I left the next day, they found his book bag with proof, correct? We remember that. And there was a notebook in there. Why did we have to wait a whole year to see what was in that notebook?
For legal reasons? Would you want your kid's notebook out there before you got a chance to look at it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Not if my fucking neck is on the line. Because me and Adrien don't agree with this. Adrien said that by all means, whatever it cost, he would protect Jake. Me, I would sing like a bird.
We had
a criminal.
Don't you remember we were on your panel and I said, I'm sorry, I would protect my son. And you were like, no way. I would absolutely have my son's back.
Nope. I would never let Jake put me in that position where I was hiding in my house for 30 days with news people and fucking protesters and FBI just sitting there. No, I couldn't do that. No way.
I don't know.
Yeah. That whole thing. And remember when she was dressed up all with the black and just came around the side door, came to the front? What the fuck was that?
So what about the fact that the FBI thought that she was he? Oh, Brian came home. Meanwhile, it was Roberta. That was weird. It was a weird case, but it's not over yet. They're still suing.
And they deserve it. And in fact, I don't know what Brian Menton's video picked up, but I know that I said, I hope you motherfuckers get sued for that fucking $3 million search, blah, blah, blah. I was going off. I saw someone at the window. I don't just yell for no reason. I saw someone at the window. But the thing is, they asked me, who was it? Was it the father or the mother? I don't know. I just know that there was a person at that window while my knee was in mud. And I was like, yo. And that's the thing. It's kind of like with the whole Ashley Furniture deal. People are like, oh yeah, let's see what happened before that. No, like every other video that we see caught on tape, like everyone, no. Only once do we start recording. Had I started recording from the car and then going into Ashley Furniture, then guess what? I would expect everyone to hate me for that. Because it would look like I set that woman up.
Is that Tom?
That I wanted to be a Karen, but that's not what happens. People are like, I want to see what happened before that. What are you talking about? She fucking wigged out. I wanted to know where my furniture was. I had every reason.
I agree.
had reason to go there because it says if you're having a problem with your house, go to the location. So we went to the location. We never knew that bullshit was gonna happen. But that's the thing. It only started when it started to. Ooh.
Is that Tom Cruise on your phone?
Yes, I love him. It's my bae.
He's such a Fruit Loop.
You're just jealous because Tom is higher than John Travolta.
Tom is like 5'2". Trust me, he's not higher than anything. He's probably not even higher than the couch back.
He's second in line to be the head of Church of Scientology. You know that, right? There's what's David Miscavige, and then there's Tom Cruise. So once they get David completely out of the way, then he goes up. So what's funny is if Laura gets to marry John Travolta, and I get to marry Tom Cruise, then we're kind of like sisters-in-law. And then we're going to be into Scientology. We'd have to. We can't say no. Let me ask you a question. If he asked you to join the church, would you?
Fuck yeah.
I would too.
You know the story. I was there already. I know what he'd say.
I would join too.
I would do anything Travolta asked me to do.
Me too. I'm like, church? Sure. I'll be there bright and early. What time?
Then Travolta would know that I was there for a year just waiting to meet him. Never happened.
Can you have two husbands in Scientology? Oh, I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
But I don't think John Travolta's ever going to get married again. But he hasn't met me yet, so.
And Tom Cruise hasn't met me yet either.
See, but you're married. I'm not even married.
Oh, I'll be like, hey, Adrien. Hey, Adrien, I gotta go. It was good. We had a nice 20-year run. We got a good kid out of it. You'll get over it. There you go. Sorry.
I'll take Travolta in a heartbeat.
You can have everything. You can have my closet, Tom, Adrien. You can have my closet. Just sell everything in my closet. You'll be fine.
I love my Travolta. Nothing will ever change that. Guys, hit that thumb up. Jilly Bean, I have been in love with John Travolta since I'm like 12.
Yeah.
Actually younger, since Vinnie Barbarino days. So
I think I was 9 when I started, 9 or 10 when I started with Tom Cruise, Outsiders. First time I saw him, I went.
I love my Johnny T. And I have done everything possible to meet him. I sat around the Church of Scientology in Hollywood for almost a year. Never met him. People have told me that he's been in places that I was. Never saw him. I am just destined not to meet him. I follow him on Instagram, hoping he'll notice. He doesn't. And that's it. I'm just never going to meet him. That's it. It's just one of those things.
You're trying to freak file it
I will meet him in my next life. And that's it. Now that chime was my ring bell. Sage ran in and then ran out. I don't know where she went. That's why I have Life's 360, so I can check on them. Her phone's here, so she's just out front. Happy with the boy.
I cooked. I went to the gym. I went tanning. I did everything I was supposed to do today.
You sound good, though. You really do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I told you yesterday you look good, but you sound good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a nice time this weekend. I really had a great time. In fact, we had such a good time. I felt guilty. It's like, oh my God. She was like, Marissa, it's because we haven't slept. No, we didn't sleep. I was the one that got most of the sleep because I kept dipping out. But yeah. I don't think I could ever go to New Kids on the Block Con again, but all their concerts I'll do. I think that was a little too busy. I thought that was too busy. Busy.
I can't believe anybody's still seeing them.
I've always liked them. Every time they came out with a CD, I bought it.
Oh, I'm looking them up. 2023. Wow. Concert dates. Let's see.
I just bought tickets to Con for next year. I don't even know who's going to be there. I have a feeling the 90210 people are coming back because they made it.
Did you know there's a New Kids on the Block cruise?
Yes.
In October?
Yes.
To go to the Bahamas? Tickets are only, let's see. Bradley Cooper is my babe. New Kids on the Block sold out. Join the wait list. 4 days. Wow, Donnie Wahlberg is old.
Look at the rest of them. Jordan's starting to lose some hair. Jordan doesn't look like we watched him on Kick with the shirt open. Nah, things have changed.
So to go on a 4-day cruise with them is anywhere from, if you want reserved seats within the first 14 rows, it's $2,349 a piece. The best ones you can get is the suites for the 6 rows, and that's $3,700 a piece. What's not included? Taxes, arrival, departure, transfers, personal expenses, airfare. I don't know anybody that would spend $4,000 to be on a cruise with them, and that doesn't include airfare.
At this point, the only way you can get on that cruise is if one of them on the block wants you there. Period.
True, too.
If he's bringing you on that boat. That's it. Like if Donnie Wahlberg like you, Laura, I think you're awesome. You're coming on the boat. They have things where they can bring like special girls on.
But I could think of a lot of other things I could do $4,000 with and go on a cruise that's worth about $220.
But you have to think of it in the fucked up sense. The reason I could never go on their cruise, want to know why? You have to deal with thousands of 50-year-old girls screaming on a cruise. And there's all the guys. No.
I mean, that's a good idea, though. They're probably making a fortune on it.
Yeah, they do make money. It's crazy. Jordan does look a little rough. I mean, I talked to him. He was kind of he's different, but he's sweet. He's very sweet. And John is he's the oldest one. He's the gay one. When he was performing, he would just be like this. He'd go. He has a problem getting up off the floor, and he bent down and started tying his shoe in the middle of the concert. And I'm like, what? And then at the prom, they were all dancing and doing a routine, and he went like this. He had his drink, and he went over and he put his foot up on the speaker, and he started drinking right in front of me. He was going through, and he watched the rest of the floor perform, and I was like, oh my God. But then I got Jordan on camera where he said he was tired.
I wouldn't pay $5 to see them. I can't believe how much people are paying.
I don't even know how much.
I go to a free concert.
I don't even know how much the BlockCon was. I didn't pay for it. My girlfriend did. She said, just pay for the hotel And that's it. I paid for the Ubers in the hotel, and I think I paid 3 dinners. 3 times we went out for dinner.
No.
Breakfast was included at the Trump, and it was really, really nice.
Okay. An all-inclusive cruise from where they're leaving to the Bahamas for 4 days is $199. But if you want to see New Kids on the Block, if you want to be on their cruise, you're going to pay $2,000. Make it make sense. You can do 4 days for $189.
Yeah, they had their own island in the Bahamas.
Yeah, it shows that they're
Islands.
their island. Yeah, they're taking you to an island. You do Thursday, October 12th, you leave from Miami. Friday 13th, you go to Half Moon Cay from 10 to 6. Saturday, you're at sea. Sunday, you're at sea. And Monday, you're back in Miami. Dumbest fucking cruise ever. But yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. You get a 1-hour open cocktail party. So alcohol's on you. All meals and snacks. That's any cruise.
It's Carnival. It's Carnival. Is it Carnival or Norwegian?
Carnival.
Carnival. Carnival's got better food than Norwegian.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Norwegian's more expensive, but the food on Carnival's really good.
Elite category cabins do include 4 nights on board the Conquest, all meals, access to all GA events on the Lido deck, a photo session in groups of 10.
Yeah, I've done groups of 10. That's where I got that amazing picture. Did you ever see that picture of me and Jordan in Hershey? Did you see? I ruined the whole picture for all the girls. Let me show it to you. It was the best picture ever. Because I haven't seen Jordan in a hot minute. And he was just very enchanted by me, I guess. But look at this picture. It ruined it for everyone. His 10 girls.
Crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah, I saw that. That's insane. Where does my daughter go? Why do kids think they could just come in and leave and not tell you where they're going?
At this time.
Oh, okay. She texted me. I believe I already told you I'm staying at so-and-so's. My daughter's now hooked on Game of Thrones. Hey, white boy. My daughter's hooked on Game of Thrones.
Yeah. You talk to him?
Well, yeah, we have a connection with this psycho. This psycho fucking Avery. Went after me, went after him. White boy, don't make me delete you.
I don't talk to trash.
I know you don't talk.
Bye.
Yeah, so-and-so is a term we use for not nice people. This is the weirdest stream ever. Why, Dave? I don't think it's weird. I think it was a really good stream. I'm doing good, white boy. By the way, white boy, her new name is Amy. We saw it yesterday. Everyone after all Jasons of the world. I thought it was a good stream.
I had a nice time. I had a nice time.
Staying in, yeah, I said so-and-so's. No, she's got like this new best friend that she's with 24/7. She's not working, she's with her. Banana cake. That is true. Thank you, Amby. I thought it was a good stream too. I'm gonna get off in a minute though. I'm getting tired.
I just remembered that being at the gym and then tanning is because I had to come home and start cooking, and look,
I'm giving up on cooking. I quit.
I made them gemelli bolognese. Made them a nice bolognese sauce.
I'm gonna start making Phoenix cook. Phoenix does really good with measuring out everything and no butter. Like, he really cooks healthy. And me and Dayton both want to lose weight. Dayton has to lose weight for health reasons. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have Phoenix cook. Phoenix like, I'll give you a list. I said, all right, that works. I'll take a list.
I'm gonna jump in the shower. So, all right, so we're done talking about this queen bee trash and all the crappy shit she started and continues to do, and it's just a complete shit show. I have no desire to be around any people like that. I won't entertain it. I won't be a part of any of that bullshit. She's talking about me all she wants. That's fine.
But people do miss you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they do. And I'm over on Kick. They come over to Kick. They're still on my Patreon. I'm talking to more patrons daily now. That I like. Like, now that I have more time to talk to patrons, that's been like the best. Because I didn't realize how much I was missing on. And so many people saying, well, I always felt like you were too busy. Well, guess what? Now I'm not that busy. And, taking care of the dog. Jake's getting out of school soon, but it's going to suck because he's going to the Air Force Academy and he's going to space camp. He's going to be with you. He's going to be down by you.
I know.
Yeah, they're picking him up at the airport. They're going to have the little sign that says Jake.
Oh, you're not coming?
No.
Why?
I'm going away. I'm going to Curacao? Do you know what that is?
Why, for your anniversary? I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh. Moonchild, I can't afford an all-meat diet. Not these days. You see the price of steak? Poof.
An all-meat diet.
Yeah, like an Atkins. And it would work really well for him. I can't afford it. Years ago, it was hard to afford that kind of diet. Now it's like next to impossible.
I don't keto to anyone. That's how I put on weight, was the keto diet. And I got sponsored by Factor Meals, and they kept sending me the Factor Meals. I couldn't even fit them all in my deep freezer, and they were just coming every week. Like every fucking week. And I was like, and I actually gained weight from it. So yeah, not for me. I have to be careful with all that stuff.
I don't know. I've been on I haven't lost, but I haven't gained. I haven't gained, but I haven't lost. I've been at a plateau for like almost a year already. I need to work out.
Oh my God, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go. Bye.
All right, guys, I'm going to shut down too. I am tired. I'm hungry. I did not expect to be on this long. Keto works better for men, according to my doctor. Does it? I don't know. I need Dayton to do it. The shots did nothing for me, Bouchid. I did them before I had surgery. They did absolutely nothing. So, but I want to thank everybody. I'm going to convince her to do this once a week. I thought it was fun. I thought it was good. Hey, Jason. So I think cutting out carbs is good for anybody. Now, I can walk. I just need to actually do it. So I love you guys. Don't forget, order your candles, energycandles.com. You get a free waffle wax melt. Yeah, Crystal, let's go to Voice and Patreon. You guys can fill me in because I got to eat some. I'm fucking starving. So, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed. Today, it kind of went different than we were originally planned, but I'm kind of glad it did. So, and that's it. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for super chats, PayPals, Cash Apps. Don't forget, order your candles, energycandles.com, 20% off, college bound. I'm going to redo another one, a different sale on the 1st. But again, I'm just catching up with all my orders, but I'm almost done. So, all right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night and peace out.